This week's episode of the Rhymes Like Dimes podcast is dedicated to the memory of Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and the other 7 people who were involved in the tragic accident in Calabasas this past weekend. May your souls rest in peace.
It's busted. It's 2:00 in the morning. Where you been? Baby, they ain't get my two-way. I was with my girlfriend.
Edge, we're trying.
Can you not see I'm singing? I'm not singing. Can you not see I'm singing?
Are here. Yo, Mason Diddy, man, that combination was hard.
Yo,
man.
fam, this shit.
Yo, Mace, will you please start smoking la la? Nah, Puff, I'm a thug, I'm a daha.
What does that mean? I'm a daha. Explain that more to
I'm
me.
a die high.
No, daha. No. Explain
that. Say the bar again.
Yeah, say that bar again.
He was like,
You can say
Mace.
the normal voice.
no, I got to say in the accent.
Because this guy went, yo, Mace.
Can you deep? He took a deep breath.
He thought, yo, Mace.
Yo, Mace, will you please start smoking la la? Nah, Puff, I'm a thug, I'm a daha.
What's going on, world? This is the Rhymes Like Dimes podcast, episode 23. It's your boys Peter,
Yo.
Mohammed,
Yeah.
and myself, Yemi.
Don't know.
It was our second take. How we doing, guys?
What's good, man? God is good.
All the time.
All the
All
time.
the time, God is good.
Very much so, very much so. How your week's been, guys?
It's been very good, man. Very, very, very good. Busy.
You weren't kidding when you said energy, boy.
I know, right?
It's been good.
But a lot of berries in there.
Actually, no, let's do that again.
No, we're not doing anything.
Let's do that again, man. Please, man.
Yo, we're rocking with this intro, fam.
Pete, how was your week?
Yeah, no, it's been good, man. Productive. And yeah, positive, man.
Positive, yeah?
Can't complain.
Audience, this guy went into the group chat a couple of weeks ago, yeah?
Oh, boy.
He was
Oh,
like,
boy.
Guys,
Oh, man.
remember,
Oh, man.
I love you guys. Be great. Strive
Oh,
to be
shit.
great. Don't fear. Never fear. I love you guys.
I love
Be
you
great.
guys, man. I love you.
A bit of
What is
context.
this
I've had a
drunken
bit to drink, man.
What is this drunken gibberish that's coming on my phone?
I'm not gonna lie, I
Half
appreciate-
2 in the morning, man.
I
Yeah, but
appreciate the
I
love.
think I was talking a lot of truth.
I
there.
honestly
It don't
appreciate
matter,
that.
bruv. It was the wrong timing.
No, I appreciate the love.
No, the love was cool, but it was just so typical of Peter, innit?
Yo, fam. I was like, oh, my guy, fam.
You know what I'm
So, man,
saying?
I had a bit to drink and I thought, you know what? Let me just express some things that were on my mind.
Yo, man, Peter and
So
alcohol.
I thought, you know what? Let me hit the group chat and just let these man how great they are. Let them know how great they are, and just big up my guys, man. Just,
Audience
to you, Pete.
lift them up. It's a new year and that, you know.
I feel you. Audience, there's been Edge and Christian. There's been the Hardy Boys. There's been the Dudley Boys. I think Peter and Alcohol are probably one of the worst tag teams in US, UK, and world history.
I agree with
But
that.
we move. Mohammed, how was your week?
It was a week.
It was a week.
That's it, fam. I really,
You were definitely active, weren't you?
fam, like... that was a funny one.
See this guy. If you knew about Mohammed, man.
What's my week been saying? Same old. Honestly, like, I wish I could give you a funny story. It's been a week, man.
But yeah, how's your week, man?
Yeah, my week was good. Yeah, busy. Didn't really do much, to be honest. Yeah, chilling. A week. Bit like Mohammed, it's just a week.
It literally has been
As
that.
we get
innit?
older, we're just getting
bruv,
bored,
we're
man.
getting washed up, bruv.
Yeah,
like.
very, very boring out here. But London nightlife is shit. So we move.
Oh, so can I just say, salute to Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, man. I watched Bad Boys, innit?
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
How
man.
was it?
Yeah, they're old, fam.
They're old.
They're old, man. I love them.
Martin Lawrence is especially.
Yo, fam, Martin Lawrence
old.
aged like a fridge, bruv. But like,
But, he's had health problems.
has he? Don't make me feel bad for that joke, fam.
He had a stroke.
Martin Lawrence had a stroke.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Time ago.
Martin Lawrence.
Ages ago.
Marty Ma.
Yeah.
I feel bad now.
It's fine. You weren't to know.
Yeah, I really feel bad.
But was it a good film?
It was a film.
It wasn't a good film.
Yeah, like it wasn't. Well, it's what I expected. I don't think anyone thinks this film's going to be amazing.
Yeah. It's just entertaining.
It's Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
You know how we had that previous conversation about like Eminem has been whacker longer than he's been good?
Don't do that.
Can we do the same for Will Smith?
No,
Nah,
impossible.
come on, man.
As far as films go.
No,
What was the last
Well,
good
you feel
Will
like
Smith
Will's
film?
been like bad more than he's been good.
nah,
longer
bruv.
than he's been
nah,
good.
impossible.
Well,
Impossible.
He's been going for a run of fairly
Like for the last 7 years,
forgettable films.
Yeah,
for the last decade.
Decade.
I'd probably say decade.
When did £7 or whatever that bullshit come out? And he had
What was the last great Will Smith movie?
Pursuit of Happiness,
06, bro.
Suicide Squad.
Nah, wasn't great.
It can't be great.
He had what? He had After Earth. He had Concussion.
I mean, no, because you're talking about the whack ones on
Bad
purpose.
Boys now.
They're talking about the whack ones on purpose.
£7 wasn't last decade, I don't think.
Let me check right now, because we're gonna do this right now, yeah.
He had that.
So he had
Gemini Man. All of these are just
Suicide Squad.
None of them really hit.
Gemini Man. However, if we're gonna be honest, he had the whole of the 90s with Bad Boys and everything. Then 2000s, he had Ali, Men in Black, Pursuit of Happiness. No, if he had
films.
I'm just saying he had 4 films in the 90s, 4 films in the 2000s. If he had 2 decades of greatness and 1 decade of badness, you've been better than you've been longer better than you've been worse.
I'm just saying, since 2006, I don't know of a really amazing Will Smith film.
Perhaps £7 wasn't whack.
Perhaps he's
it wasn't whack, but it wasn't amazing. Pursuit of Happiness was amazing.
Perhaps he's
and that was 07.
Peter?
06.
Perhaps his really good stuff probably is stronger than his bad stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he's been better for longer than he's been worse. We're not doing that Eminem. No way are we doing that Eminem compression.
I don't know about that, bro.
It's a fact. Just by numbers, it's a fact.
What do you mean numbers?
He's been good for 2 decades.
How many films did he do in the 90s?
He done the 2 Bad Boys. No, he done 1 Bad Boys, 1 Men in Black, Enemy of State, and Independence Day. That's 4.
Okay.
Then
and then you named 3 more from the 2000s.
No, he had Ali.
Yeah. Pursuit of Happiness.
Bad Boys 2. Pursuit of Happiness. What's your opinion on I Am Legend?
Nah.
Hancock?
Nah. iRobot wasn't great either.
I was going to say Men in Black 2.
It's good.
I saw you had 4 in 2000s.
But we're talking about amazing though.
I had 3 in 2000s that are amazing. I think Pursuit of Happiness, Bad Boys, and Ali was... I think Ali's amazing.
I think he's only got 2, Ali and Pursuit of Happiness.
I'm just saying, but he had at least a nice run in the 2000s. Just box office wise as well.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I just don't want to... Not Will Smith.
But that was a nice tangent. But let's rein in the tangent and get on to
what we're here for.
What we're here for today. So, yeah, we are here on episode 23 to try our best to review the entire decade of the 2010s.
The decade?
The decade. Yeah, man. It's been obviously a very long one, especially for rap in general. Damn, man. Everything happened. Like, it's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of rises, a lot of falls, a lot of moments splattered in between.
Great artists,
great music, whack artists, whack music, and all that stuff. So we're basically going to break down our faves of the 2010s as far as albums, singles, artists, and moments go. We've each come with an individual top 5 for each topic, and what we're going to do is decide on a definitive, collective, joint top 5 for each topic. It sounds like a mad task, but I reckon we're smart enough to be able
It's going to be mad because I'm not going to agree with any of you lot's picks.
I'm fully aware I will not agree with you, and I'm fully aware that Mohammed will probably be somewhere in the middle. But
that's literally how it goes.
Yeah, something like that. So let's just see what happens in it. It's going to be fun. Let's just get straight to it.
Can I start?
You don't even know what we're starting with.
Do you know what I'm saying?
The albums.
You are flipping.
I want to start the albums. I want to start the albums. What'd you say?
Eager Beaver.
Yeah, I really want to start this. You guys know how long I wanted to do this.
Yeah, Mohammed's wanted to do this for a while.
Yeah, man.
Probably since like the 1st of January 2010, actually.
2010?
Yeah,
see we done that.
What were you guys doing in 2010, by the way?
Selling bricks.
Knew it.
I'm bad
messing with someone's girl. Keep cutting that out.
No. That's not moving. That's not moving. And this bit's not moving too. No, that's not moving. And this
I'm joking. Come on.
This nigga's not joking, bro.
I was in uni. I was in my first year in uni. Yeah, just having fun, man.
Yo, Peter's a bird.
What was I doing in 2010? I'm trying to remember. First year uni. Yeah, first year uni. Just finished college, first year uni. Going to other people's lectures more than I went to mine.
That don't make no sense whatsoever.
Basically, and Mia could vouch for this. It was Mia, Drake's, a couple of other people I knew. I retook my first year. I ended up going to their lecture more than I went to mine, bro. I was just an idiot that year, man.
You want to find a journalism?
I ended up retaking it, done it, banged it. Come on, fam, dash my hat in the air. What was you doing in 2010? Same thing?
I was in college, finished, and then I had taken a gap year.
I wish I'd done that.
In which what did I do? Not much, to be honest. Job centre, job seekers allowance, JSA, big up. And I volunteered at my old school for a bit.
Fair enough.
That's pretty much it, to be honest.
Peter, where did you go uni?
Bristol.
Why does Bristol sound familiar? Oh, that girl from Love Island's from Bristol.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
What's her name? Shawnice?
I'm not even pronouncing her name right.
Shawnice.
What's her name?
Shawnice?
How do you know how to pronounce her name?
I think it's Shawnice. She's pronounced it Shawnice.
Is it Shawnice?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, salute to her, man.
Salute to her.
I'm sure she's well known in the neighbourhood.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Shawnice,
sounds
fam.
All right, cool.
Shout
Well,
out
I
to
mean, we more or less were on kind of similar paths in 2010, and obviously fast forward to the end of the decade.
My music taste has changed so much, though, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Ups and downs.
Ups and downs, innit?
Yeah, man.
Ups and
Artists that I
downs.
used to love, artists that I stopped listening to. Yeah, it's wild, man.
Bruv, I think 2010 Eminem dropped Recovery and I liked it.
That's an L for you.
Yeah. And I thought, yeah, Eminem's coming back. He never came back. 2010 Arsenal, all right.
Were they?
Yeah. We was calm, 2010. Not calm, like winning titles calm. But we had a decent team. Should we to go run through it? We was beating Barcelona in
Please don't.
2010.
We don't need that.
What?
Please don't.
No, I'm just saying we was beating Barcelona in 2010. Like, we had a nice team.
Oh, was that when Jake Wilshere broke out?
Yeah.
The one and only time you ever beat Barca, that 72 times you faced them.
So about the albums of the decade.
So yeah, let's just get straight to it then. So yeah, we've all come up with, I've actually come up with more than 5, to be honest.
Oh, don't do that.
I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Why?
I picked
That's
5.
US and UK.
Why? We have
That's because I
five.
just brainstormed.
Well, I have
I'm not
five.
going to pick all of them. I'm going to pick out of the 5, out of this, and pick a definitive 5 for me.
Well, I got 5 of the decade.
All right, cool. Go ahead, Mohammed. You go off.
So this is my 5. And I've done it slightly, maybe I've done it differently to you guys. Just want to put an asterisk there, yeah? I've done my favourite.
I'm done my favorite.
Yeah, so I've done my favourite. So I'm not necessarily going to say it's the best. We're collectively going to come up with the best.
I didn't do my favourite. I did
The best.
5
Your
that I think
favourite.
were the best.
You done best.
Yeah.
I done favourite, but I feel like we're collectively,
But I also feel like
Our
our
music
favorites are
has
going to be
the best.
some of the best
Yeah.
anyway.
Fine.
and I feel like we're collectively going to come up with the best.
And I know I've come up with things that I know you might not have.
I know there's 3 that we definitely got in common. I'll put my house on it.
But I'm going to put it down.
So-
And I know which one you're talking. And that's the reason why I picked ones that were going to be different, because I knew that you especially would have those 3. I know which ones you're talking about.
No, there's 3 I got. I feel like best and favourite is, I think they can't deny these 3.
I know which ones you're
I've
talking
got 2 on my list that I expect you both to have.
So the first one I've got is,
about. But I purposely didn't put certain albums down because I knew you two would.
Fine.
well, let's talk about these albums.
Okay.
The first one I got is AO8s. That came out 2010.
808s and
Yeah.
Heartbreak.
That came out 2010.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
2008.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy came out 2010. Apologies for that, sir. Sorry, I'm bugging. Yeah, my first is Dark Twisted Fantasy. I feel like that's the best album of this decade as well. That's what's crazy. And that came out 2010.
Mm-hmm.
We said, man, I just want to run through it and then get into the 5 afterwards. How do you guys want to do it?
No, you can run. No, run through it.
Just run through it, innit? And then
Yeah,
we'll
just run through it, and then we can talk
collectively.
about it.
Cool. So I got that one first, second, Good Kid, Mad City. I feel like you can't really argue that. I feel like that's a classic. Third, To Pimp a Butterfly. What shot?
Obvious.
But I feel like you
But
can't.
those are the 3 that I knew you would have picked.
But I feel like those are definitely top 3 albums
not
of the
saying they're
decade.
not, but
I feel
I
like,
know-
yeah, I'll argue this till the day I die. I think those 3 are easily, fam. One of them changed the voice of hip hop. I think them 3, let's stop it.
Okay.
Now, fourth,
You sound so sassy.
sorry. Fourth, I'm sorry if I'll do this again. Damn.
Okay.
I feel like, no, I'm sorry. What Kendrick Lamar did? What'd you say?
I said, raw.
Bruv, like, yo, I feel like I feel Damn is ridiculously good, bro. And fifth, now, I know neither of you are going to have this album on your thing list. And I might be putting this album there because of what happened afterwards. If you get what I mean.
I think I know where you're going.
But
I
I've
know
got,
exactly
I've
where
got
it's
Victory Lap as one of my favorite albums of the decade. But it's the totality of the career, what you've come up with, and it really is the Victory Lap.
I think we got to change this. I don't think it can be favourites because you need to be objective as what you actually thought was the best albums. Of the
That's what I
decade.
said. I've done favorites instead.
If you're just going to pick your favourites, then that's going to blind you as far as looking at the bigger picture. I've got an album on my list that wasn't my favourite, but it was absolutely
No, but I feel like we're all good. I feel like we're all good enough to come up when we come in the middle. We'll talk about the best.
3 of the slots are taken already.
I got 2 of the slots that are definitely taken.
I've got 3. I think them
I've got
3 are
3.
definitely taken. So I've got 5th. So the 5th one I've got is, realistically, do I think it's the best album of the decade? No. Like, just sonically, musically, artistically, I don't think it's the album of the decade. But because of what it meant, because of what happened, I personally, like, I would have put Rhapsody's first album ahead of it if I was just talking about best album. Layla's Wisdom. If I was talking about just the best album, definitely would have put Layla's Wisdom. Layla's Wisdom would have been in my top 5, by the way. But the only reason why I'm putting Victory Lap over Rhapsody's first album is just because of the way it all plays out. Like, I think this guy had 6 mixtapes in 2000 to 2010s. Like, it's just the whole journey and everything and what it meant. Just what it meant to me as a fan as well. I'll be honest with you. Like, the first episode we done together, I think I was saying that it was my favorite album that year. The practice sessions we was doing, I was talking about how much the album meant to me personally. My first pick of the week was from Victory Lap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just everything meant, that album was a lot to me personally as a Nipsey fan. And then everything that happened, I went to that album, back to that album today. So maybe I'm talking more as a fan of Nipsey than a best album. But yeah, that would be right at my top 5 of the decade. But I just want to put quotations. If we're talking best album of the decade, I'll put Layla's Wisdom ahead of Victory Lap. But I fuck with that Nipsey album a lot.
Fair dues.
But that's my 5. With Layla's Wisdom right there.
And 3 of them with a Kendrick.
What'd you say?
3 of them with a Kendrick.
Yeah, and also Forest Hills is right there too.
Don't piss me off. Peter, what you got?
I want you to go next.
You want me to go next? Fine. Cool. I'm going to just pick off the.
I'm looking forward to this.
I'm going to pick off the fly, to be honest.
Same here.
So one album that I've definitely got, which is probably my favorite album of the decade and one of the best. We Got It Here, From Here, Thank You For Your Service by A Tribe Called Quest. I think that might be one of the best albums. First of all, I think it's the best farewell album in hip-hop history. And I also think, as far as the OGs go, it is one of the strongest albums from our OGs, just generally.
Yeah,
that is a perfect album for me. From the production, the musicality, from Phife and Q-Tip going back and forth again like it was the 90s again. Jerobi surprising the whole world with his bars. Like, who the hell knew that Jerobi was that good? He was out here doing cook and chef. Meanwhile, he had these bars just waiting for the world to see. It was mad. So that, for me, is just number 1. That's just a very, very, very sick album. Number 2, I've got 444 by Jay-Z. I think it's just a really dope blueprint, first of all, for what I like to call grown man rap. I think he's setting a template for how you can age in rap and hip hop, and you can still give advice to the younger generation while still keeping a side of yourself that's still of the culture. I think top to bottom, it's just an incredible album. You guys know I'm not as much of a Jay-Z fan as you guys.
Shock.
Yeah, exactly. But 444, it really pleasantly surprised me, and it blew me away. So I'm definitely taking 444. Number 3. Whew. Damn. It's just going to go into the favorites now. I think it probably is not going to be the best, but one personal favorite of my album, it was Because the Internet by Childish Gambino. I think that, like, it just tells a story that really, I think, aged really well of, like, the internet being the main source of, well, a main source of the world's problems now. How attention spans are decreasing, how relationships and social anxieties are really put into the surface, how people can feel lonely because, you know, you're in the internet, you're one of billions of people just trying to find themselves and find their voices. I think he played the position of being a commentator for that really, really well. And like him and Ludwig Göransson, who produced it with him, are just like a dream team. So yeah, I just really, really, really fuck with that album. And that came out in like 2013. So that's like one of my favorites from the decade. Number 4, Pinata, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. That was my first proper introduction to Freddie Gibbs, and obviously Madlib is my favorite producer. So I was pleasantly surprised by not only the production, because even though Madlib is amazing, like he can never cease to amaze me. And Freddie Gibbs, like just how much of a picture he creates with his words. And obviously he's a coke rapper, but you know, he's a coke rapper that isn't necessarily like, he's just different with it, I think. Like he creates a different, he tells a story that's just so succinct, and it's just, like he takes you on a journey and stuff as well. So I just think like Pinata was just like a really dope album.
So wait, you got Pinata over Bandana?
As far as the decade, yeah.
Rah.
I think so. I think so. I think I prefer Bandana, but I think impact-wise, Pena way more so. But that's just me. And then number 5. Ooh, man, it's a difficult one. Shit. Right, before I get into this...
Wait, hold on a sec. I just realised you ain't said an album yet. There's an album you haven't said yet, but keep going.
Have I said the album?
Yeah.
Then I think he's just trying to do different albums than me.
All
That's
right,
my
cool,
guess.
Yeah, because I said that I picked albums that I know you guys wouldn't.
All right, go on.
Just to make it more interesting.
Go on. I want to hear this.
So some honourable mentions, yeah. Some honourable mentions.
Yo, honourable mentions is a hell of a cop out, by the way.
No, by the way,
No.
I didn't know we was doing
a hell of a
honourable. No, because I didn't know we was doing honourable mentions. I didn't know we was doing that.
Neither did I.
No. We're coming back to
cheat code.
We're coming back to me after we're
can't
done.
even do that, bro.
No, we're coming back to me after we're done.
You know what it is? I'm doing it as a tactical ploy while I actually figure out what my 5th one is.
Nah, we can't be doing honourable mentions, bro.
No, I think we should do honourable mentions at the end.
Yeah, fam, definitely.
All right,
we
cool.
collectively come up with them.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
This guy got reel off 6 people. Yeah, so that's my top 10 guys.
No.
Feel me?
I was definitely going to pick another 5.
Nah, pick one more, King.
All right, cool. I'm going to go for a UK album. I'm going to go for... Ooh.
Common Sense?
No.
Little Sims?
Nope. Fuck it. I'm going to go for Hoodies All Summer.
Come on, man.
Kano.
What are we doing here, bro?
I think so. It was either that or Made in the Manor. But I think as far as like UK goes, it's one of... I think Kano's got probably...
The biasness.
It's not biased.
Sorry, sir.
It's not biased at all.
Say how you feel.
That's how I feel.
Decade.
In the UK.
No, we're just for albums.
We're just talking albums. Yeah.
The decade.
I think UK we
10
got to
years.
represent. I think UK we got to represent.
And that's the best
What are you
album.
talking about though? Are we talking about the actual material of the album? Or are we talking about everything around it?
Of course, everything.
Everything.
Hoodies All Summer made a hell of an impact.
What about the material?
Huh?
The material?
Yeah.
All right.
It made a hell of
What's
an
your
impact.
opinion?
I'm not mad at that. I think if you genuinely feel as though musically that was one of the most like superior pieces of music you heard in a decade, then
Yeah, facts.
I mean, no, it's opinions. It's
100%.
opinions. It's opinions. It's opinions.
100%. Just for the music, for what he was talking about, for it being such a sign of the times, whilst also talking to past and future generations, I think when we look back on it, we might see it as a timeless piece of work.
All right.
I think.
All right.
So, for me,
That's your 5?
that's my 5.
All right. I'll come back to me, by the way.
why are we coming back to you?
We are still deciding
come back to me.
which ones.
Why are
gonna
we
be,
coming
know what
back
I'm
to
saying?
you?
Because I want to give a couple of honorable mentions.
Peter, go ahead.
No, bro, we ain't doing honourable
Peter,
mentions,
go ahead.
man. My 5. So I got top of the list to Pimp a Butterfly. For me, the album was perfect, man.
Flawless?
Yeah, definitely. I think just from the musicians that he collaborated with, I really enjoyed the jazz element of it. I really enjoyed the people he pulled in to work on it, you know, such as, you know, Robert Glasper, Kamasi, Anna Wise, Bilal, Thundercat. I just feel like he didn't mess with any of the collaborations, man. And then the content as well was just powerful. Just like extremely powerful, man. Like he was able to touch on so many different things, from like, you know, spirituality to, you know, overindulgence in like fame and the impacts that that's had on him. And it was really deep, man. I liked how honest and brave it was as well, man. Like he was touching on a lot of his depression and his suicidal thoughts. And I don't think that's hard enough to do it in conversation with people around, let alone music to the whole world.
Facts.
So I really rated them, and I liked how he touched on even colorism as well as the hypocrisy that, you know, we sometimes see within our community as well. It was just dope, man. It was inspirational, aspirational. It just had it all, man. The lyricism was just amazing to me, man. It was just perfect on all fronts. So yeah, that's that album. And then I've got Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I remember that time, man, when that album was released. It was his comeback after the whole Taylor Swift thing. He started kind of gearing up to release it with the Good Fridays, which was, I can't remember the last time in music where I was as excited about anything as those Good Fridays. I literally used to like set my Fridays up to be ready to listen to those tunes.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember the time, and then when I heard it, I was just like, this guy's a madman. Like he's really tapped into another chamber of his talent. Again, that's just another flawless piece of music. One of the most flawless I've ever heard.
That's the album of the decade, man.
That's definitely up there. So yeah, that's on there as well. I've put Travis Scott Astroworld, man.
You?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Decade.
You?
Yeah, 100%. that
Peter.
yeah, I know, right?
No, banner aside, I'm shocked.
No, me too. But yeah, no, that album was absolutely amazing, man. Sonically, that was just, again, that was another flawless album. No skippable tracks, no whack tracks. It was just brilliant, man. And
Classic?
you know how I feel about that word, so I'm gonna stay clear of that for now.
If you put on that level of these other albums.
That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I just feel as though, obviously, with a lot of my type of music is very lyric driven, but this one was very melody driven, and I love that. And his ad-libs, and I know Rich will love this.
Straight up!
His ad-libs are just like, it might be some of the greatest ad-libs we've ever heard.
Oh no, they are.
He's the GOAT.
There's not even a debate.
He's
about
the
it.
GOAT.
Yeah, man. And even with that album, man, I got to see how he even influenced Kanye. I think a lot of the stuff that he did on that album, I feel like Kanye has tried to tap into on other albums. And it kind of made me look at Kanye a little bit in a particular way, man. Like Kanye's, he's of that ilk of aligning with certain type of artists and draining a certain level of energy and talent from them. But that's a whole nother convo.
But he didn't do that with Travis.
I think he tried.
I've been said that Astroworld was the album that Kanye West wishes he could have made.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I feel like Travis produced quite a bit on Yeezus, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
But yeah, so I got Astroworld on there. Fourth, I've got The Roots, How I Got Over, which was just an amazing piece of music for me, man. Black Thought was getting busy all over that album, as well as Dice Raw and a couple of other rappers that they had on that as well. The Roots, man, that's special to me, man. They're obviously my favourite group. And I feel like...
bias. Come on, man.
Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that.
Cool.
Is that me a victory now?
Maybe.
We've all got our own bias.
Yeah, we do, man, naturally.
But no, not at all, because that's not the only album that they've dropped in a decade.
But are you saying your best?
But
Or
it's
you,
the best
you,
one,
you
right?
saying
I
best
think
or
it's
favorite?
one of. I think it's definitely
So
one
you're not
of.
saying favorite, you're saying best?
Yeah, 100%.
Is it their best album of the decade?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man, with The Roots, man, they're a special type of group, man. I love how they've just dipped and dived into different genres of music, man. Like with every album, I feel like they had the jazz era, they had the boom bap era, they had the neo soul era, experimental, political, dark, and then spiritual. They've literally tried to do every type of sound and experiment in so many different ways with their sound. And I think that gives even more like credit and credence to a rapper like Black Thought, who doesn't get drowned out by having like a loud band behind him. And he's been able to, and it shows his versatility and his consistency where he's able to bar on all these different types of music. So yeah, I've got that album as fourth.
Therefore, Chameleon.
And then my fifth one, you lot are gonna laugh and probably sound biased. I've got Rock Marciano Reloaded.
I'm not even
I don't even know why you're laughing
though. I'm not reacting.
Listen, respect my mans, man.
I'm actually not reacting to this.
Wait. Is this what you thought were the best, or these your favorites?
Best.
So you thought it was better than Good Kid, Mad City?
I probably enjoyed it more than Good Kid, Mad City.
Do you think it's better than Good Kid, Mad City?
There's a conversation there.
I mean, we're going to have it.
Okay. Not today.
We are when we come together and talk about what's the top albums of the decade. Straight after your list.
I'll try to avoid it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, that album was just brilliant, man. Like, with obviously the credit and the shine that Rock Marciano is getting now is nice to see for day one fans, innit? Obviously, I've been a fan from the beginning. Yeah, no, I like it. I like seeing it. I've been a fan from the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see him kind of get the credit and, you know, the respect that he's deserved. A lot of people don't know that obviously he started out with Busta Rhymes and that, and then he left Busta Rhymes' crew and then kind of started doing his own thing. His first album was Marsburg, which dropped in 2010. And that was the beginning of a lot of what you hear today as far as the underground. With like Griselda, Benny and all them boys, a lot of what Rock Marcy started doing, they've taken to another level. You know, that grimy 90s influence type of music. Rock Marciano kind of brought it back and perfected it and kind of repackaged it to the point where, you know, a lot of artists are able to become successful of it. I feel like this album particularly it made me feel as though Rock Marciano's impact within the underground is not that far off from MF Doom's. And the reason why I say that with MF Doom, he brought in the obscurity as far as rapping on a particular type of production where you sample not just like break beats and soul, like really like sound from like programs and movies. I feel like Doom brought that in, as well as the weird off the wall type of lyricism. I feel like Rock Marcy's brought in more loop driven, soul sample driven, dusty music. And he's made it easy for the likes of Action Bronson and Euro Droog and West Side Gun and L Sweatshirt and them man to really flourish. That's why I put that album there, just for the impacts that it made on the underground. And I'm more of an underground guy, so it's going to speak to me. And I just thought the album was flawless.
What year did he release that?
I think 2012. Yeah, 2012.
Can I just?
That rounds out my 5. I've got honourable mentions too, but I'm not gonna.
No, we'll do that later.
I'm not gonna cheat like you, man. I just want to
make a comment.
Go on.
You two are setup chicks.
Why?
What do you mean?
I asked you, do you want us to run through it or go into it? You said run through it.
He went.
Both of you gave. You man went into detail.
I tried to keep it as succinct as possible.
I mean, salute to both of you.
You weren't saying shit.
Salute to both of you.
You feel me?
I mean, salute to both of you. But you man are setup chicks.
All right, cool. Well, now the time has come to come together and decide a definitive top 5.
That was rude, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But I'm glad you felt it. Anyway, let's decide on this top 5. So we already know.
Rockman sent us out.
All right, don't say it like that. Because there's an argument.
You know Jazzy Jeff, when Uncle Phil used to kick him out. Hey, what, fam? Nah, fam.
So what, you're thinking that Rock Marcy's out?
Yo, when I tell you, bro, you know when Jazzy Jeff used to get kicked out? I'm telling you, bro.
See, we're not going to do that. Because you can argue it. It depends. Cool. Let's decide on the 5 and then we can
We've got
see.
3.
All right.
What are the 3?
Dark Twisted.
Okay, so.
Dark Twisted.
Hold on. Yeah, me go on.
Right. Do you want to decide the first one first or the 5th one?
Let's go first.
Do we want to go up first, going down?
Let's pick the 5 and then rank them.
Okay, cool.
So Dark Twisted is always there.
Yes.
Good Kid for me is going to be there.
I think it's there too.
I'm not sure about Good Kid.
So let's just pause on Good Kid. To Pimp a Butterfly's there.
It's definitely there.
So we've got 2.
So you got 2.
2. I would love to put in We Got It From Here by Tribe.
I think Good Kid is a 3rd.
I think Good Kid is a 3rd too.
I think Good Kid's clearly a 3rd.
Why do you think it's not a 3rd?
Yeah, me and you've had this conversation numerous times, man. I didn't feel Good Kid straight away. It took me a while before I really took it in. And I'm not saying it's not a brilliant album, because it is. I think I feel a way about having 2 Kendrick albums on there.
You can't.
Because I feel like it's not really fair for the other great albums that are on our list as well.
Tell them to step their game up. You can't. No, like you can't fault just because he's done it before. Don't mean you can't do it again.
So what? You mean to tell me that out of all the other albums that we made, none of them are better than Good Kid?
I don't think so.
Then there's a conversation there, because I
agree with you. All right, there's a conversation there, but you're saying because we've had a Kendrick album already there, it's unfair to the rest of these, man. I don't think that's the case.
It's not only
more to the point. We're talking about the overall impact and the overall package around each album, right? If we're doing that, then we have to include Good Kid, Mad City, because it represented so much. Not just the album, but it represented Kendrick's ascension, in a sense, to the mainstream.
His introduction to
rap in general, like, and given what he's gone on later to do and what he will continue to go on to do, we got to look back at Good Kid, Mad City as like a defining moment for hip hop, whatever decade.
For that to be your first album, bro, we're not kind of Section 8. For that to be, come on, man. The impact was ridiculous.
I'm not disputing that.
Like,
I'm not disputing
You're just
impact.
talking about the quality of the work.
I'm talking about the music.
I still think it's there.
I don't even know if I'm personally able to measure the impact. That's why I'm only going to talk about the music.
Why can't you?
I would argue there.
Because I don't know. I don't know exactly what the impact was.
Was it on social media back then?
Was it? Yeah, it was on social media back then.
Yeah, of course. Twitter.
I don't think you could have missed it then, bro.
Instagram.
If you was on social media, I don't think you could have missed these impacts.
How are we measuring impact?
It shook.
It was a moment in time.
Culture. It shook the culture for 100%.
It was a moment in time.
Okay.
Like,
so
you know what I mean?
Is impact more than the quality of the music?
I think the quality of music stands up to the impact.
Perhaps.
I'm not disputing that, but I'm asking the question.
What's the question, sorry?
Is impact
bigger than
music?
Maybe.
Just generally speaking.
I personally don't think so, but you could argue it.
You can argue it.
I personally don't think so, but you could probably say that people maybe appreciate the impact more than they did the actual music.
Is that
I
across
think
the...
he's made better albums musically, and I definitely agree with you. I think there have been better albums musically throughout the decade, but we just got to look at what it meant.
Everything, the totality of it.
Fine. All right. For impact alone,
Yeah,
then,
like
I guess it has to be.
Yeah, because we can't talk just music alone. Because then, I was going to say,
But then if that's the case, then across the board, whenever we're ranking anybody, whether it's top 5 lyricism or whatever, impact is going to propel certain people higher than they should be then.
No, because that's the only one we're naming right now.
No, that's true. That's 100% true.
Then I judge things differently then.
Well, do we all agree good kid?
Yes.
Reluctantly.
Allegiance.
Cool.
So that's third.
This is where it gets interesting.
This is where it gets
So
interesting.
wait, is it number one is...
Any. Well, I'm not really... Yeah.
Nah, number 1 has to be To Pimp. For me, personally.
To me, it's Dark Twisted.
For me, it's Dark Twisted as well.
Why is it Dark Twisted?
Because
I think that song actually changed
musically,
the game.
I think it's the best album of the decade. Musically, the backstory around it, the actual process of recording it, the music itself. It shut down not just the hip hop world, but it shut down the world.
I feel like
I didn't know you
feel
fuck
like
with. I didn't know you fuck with Top Pump.
that's in my
Pimp
top
like
5 hip hop albums of all time.
No, I didn't know you fuck with it that much.
100%.
That's amazing.
That was perfect to me. I feel like that should be number 1 just because of the time that we were in when it dropped as well. It was speaking to so much. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, this still happening, but there was a lot more noise around, blacks being killed at the hands of the police.
And he made the perfect song for it.
That whole album was perfect.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that he had one song that I think for the next 5 years was the main song.
And that's why I'm going to put that above Kanye.
People still play All Right when they go marching.
I want my artists to reflect the times. Not to say that if you don't, that makes the quality of music any less, but because of what that album represented against the time as well, it was perfect to me. There's no reason why I can't. There's no way I can put Dark Twisted above that.
On the flip side,
I think Dark
Twisted Fantasy was one of hip hop's greatest artists ever, giving us his greatest album ever.
On top of that, but yeah, cool, that's fine. But Kendrick was penning all his stuff. Kanye, I don't know who was writing for Kanye back then. No, I'm arguing my point.
Man, let's not do that.
Listen, all is fair in love and war, and all is fair in love and debating.
Because there's some stuff that you don't. There's some stuff we don't talk about when it comes to Kanye West, and penning is one of them, fam.
Listen,
I'm pretty sure by that point, he was writing more of his lyrics than he wasn't.
But we can't. Wait, you know why you like hypocrite? You know, we're gonna get into this with Drake later. Let's continue this.
Yeah, I've got to put Kendrick first, man. I'm sorry.
I won't be. Do you know what's crazy? I'm not mad at that.
To Pimp a Butterfly is number 1, man.
Well, it's 2-1 for Dark Twisted Fantasy.
And I feel like, okay, that's fine, but I'm still...
Let me make this...
Hold on. I want to try and sway something.
One thing. Let me just say this. Let's just agree 1A, 1B, fam.
No. We're not doing that. We're doing 1 and 2.
I got P.
Like, Kendrick was talking about so much, man. And like, no disrespect to Kanye, but he wasn't talking about that much on that album, bro.
Still an amazing album.
I'm not disputing that, but...
Can I just say something?
But that means more to you.
Can I just say something? And I'm a big man. I can admit when I change my mind, right? Yeah, I think To Pimp wins.
Bro, like he was...
no, I'm only going back what I still listen to. What have you gone back and listened to more over the last, say, 3 months?
Neither of them.
Over the last year and a half, 2 years. If you had to go back to one album, which one would you say you've gone back to more?
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Bro, like...
I still listen to Pimp, bro.
Kendrick, on To Pimp a Butterfly.
I was listening to King Corner today.
To Pimp a Butterfly, this guy, he addressed everything that was going on within the black community.
Still going on.
Everything. Like, he was talking to us, man. Like, for every track, I feel like there was a mood for every type of emotion or life experience that we have either been through or are going through. That album was just speaking to me differently, man. Even like, and I was, funnily enough, like in preparation for this episode, like I was watching the video for you, but the video is known as God is Gangster. And like, I was just reading around like, the deepness of it. I think Ali, his engineer, was like, right, that was a very intense recording session. And bro, if you listen to what he's talking about in that song, it's deep, man, because we all go through those moments where like, the battle between good and bad within us all the time. And I don't know, man, I just feel like that album spoke to a lot more human stuff. Yes, sir.
You've already won the vote. You don't need to keep explaining yourself.
Yeah, but no, you won. I think you
swayed his vote.
All right, come on.
You swayed his vote.
All right, cool. Say no more. My guy.
Well, here's the thing.
My guy.
You might say all that. I might find myself probably for the same reasons that you have such a personal connection with To Pimp. I have a way more of a personal connection with Dark Twisted Fantasy.
What's the connection?
Connection is I just love the music. I love the fact that lyrically he was at his absolute peak, even if he did write it or not. I believe that he was writing a lot more than he wasn't. I think he's got some of his best songs on that album. It gave us so much as far as the Nicki verse. It gave us so much as the So Appalled cypher. It gave us Devil in a fucking New Dress. That is one of the best songs in hip hop ever.
That's perfect.
He was, you know what I mean? So the Rick Ross verse.
Perfect.
He just gave us all of the lights. He just gave us so much, man. The Chris Rock skit gave us a lot, man. All I'm saying. So
that's top 3.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with any of that. However,
as a black man,
that's it though.
It hits a little differently when I hear King Kunta.
Yeah, it was different, man.
Fine. Number 1.
A little different when I hear All Right.
Fine. So we've got that.
Number 1,
cool.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Number 2,
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Number 3, Good Kid, Mad City. Number 4.
What's number 4 now?
This way it gets politics.
This is where it gets funny. I would love to pitch Tribe's last album because I just think it's such an amazing album. And I think it showed a lot of people how the older generation of rappers and artists can still produce amazing bodies of work without seemingly going back to what might have worked for them in the past and maybe sounding a bit out of date in the present. I think they took everything of what they're good at, the musicality, the production, the lyrics, obviously they can all still bar, and they revamped it for it came out 2016, but it came out they revamped it for the decade. So I think like you can definitely make a strong case for it because for me that album's flawless.
For me,
and the sentiment as well.
I enjoy the album, but I think I might have been more in love with the novelty of it being their last, its Tribe, and the fact that it was Fife's going away thing too. I don't necessarily know if the music was all the way there for me. So I don't know if I can back putting it on the list.
I don't listen to Tribe like that.
Okay, in that case, who are you pitching then?
I've got Rhapsody, Layla's Wisdom for me.
No, can you stop that? Because I literally was about to say that, fam. I literally was going through the track list now, just looking at it, just reminding myself. I literally was going through Layla's Wisdom now.
I got Rhapsody, Layla's Wisdom.
I got Layla's Wisdom in my top 5.
I think for a woman to at that particular time, like how female rappers were packaged was only a particular way. I feel like Rhapsody coming through with that album kind of disregarded all of that, and it started like, I think it helped ushering another type of female MC. Not to say that type of female MC hasn't been there again, but I think it helped bring it back to a level in which it can compete with the Kendricks and, you know, the real lyricists of the game. And I thought the album was, again, I thought that was another flawless album too. And I feel like it was a sister project to Pimp a Butterfly. I feel like a lot of the stuff that she was talking to wasn't that far off from what Kendrick was talking to on To Pimp a Butterfly. And yeah, I think her lyricism on that album was just insane. As well as her ear for production, which is not spoken about enough. So I've got that at number 4.
I've got Layla's Wisdom in my top 5.
Layla's Wisdom was going in the top 5 then.
You'll agree with Layla's Wisdom?
Yeah.
Salute to Raps. And then 5th, there's a few. I'm not mad at 444.
You're not with that?
I'm not mad at it.
I don't know if I can put 444 there.
Let's all say 1. I just want to figure out what you guys are all thinking here.
Right. What's your pick?
I'm going to put 444.
I'll pick 444.
Out of my ones, I'm going to pick 444.
Oh, but then, I'm trying to think. Yeah,
I'm not picking 444.
Because I can't pick Victory Lap. That's a biasness.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking just as an album, I'm picking 444. Well, he was right. Because if we're talking about what you're talking about for Kendrick,
yes,
you could say the same about 444.
Disagree.
Completely?
I feel like with 444...
He was about...
No, I'm not...
To Pimp was deeper.
No, I'm not saying it was deeper.
No, I'm not disputing that.
Deepness. I'm saying he was talking about shit that matters to us.
I'm not disputing that at all. But I feel like there have been plenty of rappers that have done it before Jay and better than Jay. The reason why we were so in love with it is because it's Jay and because of the whole Beyonce rumours of him cheating.
Who's done it better?
Fonte's been doing it his whole career. Fonte's last 2 solo releases has been him doing that.
Who, by the way, just I don't mean to get off this topic, who is your pick? I just want something to compare against.
Do not say Rock Marciano.
And let's just be realistic with this.
My pick, that's a tough one, man. I've probably got Pusha T Daytona.
Over 444?
Yeah, for me.
Reasons?
Probably the musicality of it. It was a very tight project. It was 7 songs. There wasn't any room for error. And I feel like the layout of the album was just perfect for someone like Pusha T, man. I think he might have at the time, I think when Kanye was doing his whole 7 albums, 7 songs, like thing. Yeah. He got the best of the bunch. The music was just brilliant, man. And I feel like Pusha said, this I am your ray and your ghost. This is my purple tape. That's how I feel. I think that's his purple tape, and I feel like it was just a great album. To be honest with you, man, a lot of albums can go in that 5th spot. I could make a case for Rock Marciano as much as you might want to laugh, but I'm a fan like that, so it's gonna appeal to me differently. That's a tough spot, though.
I'll go. The reason why I'll go.
But sorry to cut you off, Mo. That Pusha T pick is purely on music, though. That's not.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There's no impact there. Yeah. Music.
That's the problem, though, because if it's the
we made selections based on the whole package, right?
Yeah.
And I think if we're going to pit Daytona up against 444, 444 wins for me because the music is there, I think. Even if it doesn't sound like it's all the way mixed or whatever, because I know people have criticisms about that. Not in a similar vein, but in a kind of similar vein to the way of, like Mo said, of it talking to black people, of it talking to hip-hop. Of course, the whole surrounding story about Beyonce is what it is, but you can't, even if you take that away, the album's still amazing.
And I've wanted this from Jay. I've wanted the album
of Jay
where I've been yearning for this album of Jay just to be, like, give me a lesson. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair to Jay, he's done it.
Not saying he hasn't done it, but like I'm talking about a full album of, like, you're talking to me as we're adults now. Yeah. Like you've gone through that phase where you just talk about what you talk about. Just give me an album where you're teaching man something, like you're rapping to me. And he gave me that. And also, what was his album before that? Was it Magna Carta?
Might have been.
And Magna Carta wasn't. It wasn't a good album. That's my point. Yeah. So you need to look at it. If he came out with Magna Carta, I don't remember before that. It might have been Blueprint 3. It was a bit like
shaky.
Yeah, not shaky, but like you're the GOAT. Like you came out with Blueprint 3, which was to me. I don't think it's amazing, and I think Magna Carta was very much meh. So then it's like, yo, what's going on with you? And then you drop. Then for you to drop 444 off the back of 2 shaky ones, I feel like the moment in time, what he was rapping about, the bars. I didn't mind the production as much as maybe you guys might.
I loved what he was talking about, man. I enjoyed the conversation.
The lessons. And
aside from the music, there was, because I'm signed up to Tidal, what he would do is release these videos of conversation.
No.
So it was a lot of prominent black figures in our community just talking about like human shit, insecurity, anxiety, masculinity, and our warped perception of that. And it was all amazing. And he put a lot of that in the music. So that was great. I just feel like there may have been better albums musically than 444. And that's why I'm not all the way with putting that 5th.
Why? Because out of my ones, no other album's gonna get up there.
Because I could throw a spanner in the works and mention
what's your spanner, sir?
Alchemist Currency and Freddie Gibbs's project Fetty, because that was amazing.
No.
I don't even know. You actually said that with confidence as well.
You see the way when I put my head didn't even move.
And that's a great project, but
brother, my head didn't even move. I was looking at the window when he said that, fam.
Mick Jenkins' Pieces of a Man, another great project.
Cool, shout out to the Pieces and that's the man, fam.
Of the decade. Decade.
Like, the decade wasn't that amazing.
But we're talking about top 5, bro.
So wait, because clearly...
Even if the decade wasn't that amazing, there are better albums than Mick Jenkins.
Clearly, this guy has honourable mentions.
Facts.
So let's close out this 5.
Cool.
I personally, and I fuck with Daytona because I had that year to Victory Lap. But I'm going to go 444, man. And it might just be me as a fan of Jay-Z, but I really think 444 is...
Yeah, I'm going to go for 444 too.
I'm sorry, fam. Bam?
This is not to say this is subject to change until the end of this episode, until we think of maybe another one.
Yeah, like Story of OJ, Bam, like Family Feud. Nah, like, yo...
Push even used the story of OJ beat to body Drake.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, that's my 5, and then that's the 5.
Cool.
What's the rundown?
I guess we're going to go for this 5.
That's what it is.
Number 1 being To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Number 2, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. Number 3, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. Number 4, Layla's Wisdom by Rhapsody. And number 5, 444 by Jay-Z.
So nobody wants to mention any future albums?
So
Boy!
Future albums.
Because for all you man that listen to all this like mainstream rap and all this trap shit, that's all so amazing and shit. I don't see any of this shit.
When have we said it's amazing?
What does that mean?
Huh?
When have we said it's amazing?
I'm just saying, it just like adds more credence to my argument.
That really good
all this mainstream music is good.
Oh, I agree with you though. We've never denied that they don't make good albums.
No, because I feel like I'm often made to.
No, we've said they make
like
good.
I'm an anomaly that only.
We said they make.
What was in your top 5?
Yeah, but that's not really trap though, like that to me.
It's definitely trap.
Would you consider
It's
that?
trap-ish.
I'm not a trap expert, but
It's
to me,
trap-ish.
that's not
It's
what.
trap-ish. It's the new
That's
age
trap
trap.
I thought it was too musical to be trap.
Nah, it's the new generation of trap.
It's like next level trap.
Okay,
It's
fine.
a dark twisted fantasy and after trap.
All right.
But also, like, the top five is the top five. The top five best albums of however many days in a decade. Mainstream releases probably aren't going to get there as much.
It's
Especially for
tough
people
though,
like
man.
us.
Yo, to be top 5 is a hot, bruv.
I think even to be top 5, you're measuring a lot more impacts than the actual music.
Maybe.
And if that's the case, then that's fair enough. But if we're just talking music, then a lot of albums could be in that conversation.
But I still think the top 5 we pick musically can stand up.
They can.
They can stand up to it. Ladies'
100%.
Wisdom standing up to anything.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think musically, you might not find a better top five.
Yeah, like, so I feel like we done well.
All right,
Now,
cool. Well,
honorable
then
mentions.
Let's move on. No, we're not
No.
going to do
No,
it.
because I want to do one honorable mention.
What?
I fuck with Forest Hills Drive, man.
So we're going to move on to singles
You
of the
couldn't
year.
help it, innit? You just couldn't
We're
help
gonna
it.
move
You
on.
had to mention J. Cole.
We're cutting that out.
No, we're not. Nah, fuck that, fam. Forest Hills was a good
No,
album.
it's not an honorable mention.
Okay, sir. Sorry for having
It's just not.
Can I just say, people, yeah?
not even his best
sorry,
album.
Sorry for, it's one Sinner that's his best album.
Nope.
Okay, because I can't have an opinion.
No. Not when it comes to J. Cole, because you have all the opinions when it comes to J. Cole. Just shut up for once. Sorry.
You tell me shut my bitch ass up.
I didn't say all that. So now we're going to move on to the singles of the decade, which I think is even harder than the
that's
albums.
way-
This,
man.
bruv, I'll let you guys pick first.
Bro.
'Cause this fucked me up.
I've got 5, but
Bruv,
Yeah, I've got 5. But
this fucked me up.
yeah. And I'm not really a singles guy. So
I'm not, bruv.
I'm going to just go ahead and start, man. So my ones, yeah, there's probably going to be a bit of shouting in this one. So, and to be honest, I didn't really think it through, but here's what I came up with. In no particular order, and I'm not really, well, actually, I'll run through it a little bit. Number 1, I got This Is America by Childish Gambino.
This is America.
Because, yeah, even though at first I wasn't really hot on it, the more and more I listened to it, the more I thought, yeah, okay, this is a really sick single. I think without saying a whole lot, it was more so the video that caught everyone's attention. But even with the video, you still need the music, and the music was a perfect companion to the video. And the video very much spoke to the brokenness of America now and pretty much forever, because, you know, America's dead out. So I think for me, that was an important single for the hip hop community. It was definitely an important single for Childish Gambino, because, you know, up until that point, even with Making My Love, I'm sure the jury was still out on him as an artist. And This Is America more or less cemented him as not only one of the best minds in the game, but just a very dope artist. So that's one. Number 2, I've got Yonkers by Tyler, the Creator. Because, you know, just from an alternative background, from an alternative standpoint, that's probably one of the more important singles of the decade. It more or less introduced the world to Tyler, the Creator, who is still making amazing music to this day. The shock and awe of the actual lyrics and the video and what that meant as far as like scaring and fascinating certain quarters of hip hop, certain quarters of outside hip hop. I think it did a lot for Tyler as well, and it's still probably like one of his best songs ever. So I think that was quite an important single as well. I've got Sicko Mode, Travis Scott. That was just everywhere, wasn't it? It still is, kind of, in a way.
Still is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think musically, it's one of the strongest songs of the decade. I don't even mind Drake on it, to be honest. It's so well produced. Even if Travis Scott, you know, I think he can rap, but, you know, in that song, he might not be rapping too tough. But I just think it's a really dope single that probably should have got more praise from, let's say, the Grammys, for instance, than it did. So that's for me. Number 4, I got Black Skinhead by Kanye West. Because, yeah, man, Yeezus was a interesting time for Mr. Ye. I think Black Skinhead is probably one of the strongest songs from that album. For the simple fact of it being just like a musical, like, left turn for Ye and what that represented for his direction and his evolution as an artist. He shocked everyone with that album, and he shocked everyone with this song. How industrial it sounds, how like angry he sounds on it. I think it played a big part in the decade. And my last one, Hot Nigga by Bobby Shmurda. this is a purely selfish reason because I just love that song. But, you know, we're still seeing memes of him throwing his hat in the air. We're still seeing memes of him. We're still seeing memes of him dancing. We're still, even now, even anytime it comes on in a party, we all know the words. We're all dancing. We're all going mad. So if Bobby Schmurda is going to come out soon, but, you know, I think as far as debut singles goes, I think that was one of the strongest of the decade. By far.
I got another one.
So, yeah, that's me. Peter?
I'll go next, but
it's tough, innit? It's
tough. And especially as I'm not a singles guy, I don't really...
It's proper tough, man.
I purposefully don't listen to singles unless I'm like out. I like listening to albums as a whole, innit? But here goes nothing. I've got Kendrick Lamar, All Right.
I had that.
The impact for that was just a lot. I just thought it was really fitting for the time as well. And yeah, I just thought it was a great song. I think the Neptunes produced that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I think it's up there. Might be top 30, maybe top 40 Neptunes tunes. I throw it in there. Just a good track. I think Rick Ross's BMF, that was a massive tune. I remember that. I think I was in uni when that dropped. And yeah, that was just crazy,
was that
man.
This decade?
Yeah, I think that was 2010.
Fuck, you know, bro.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, just the reaction that would get whenever I was out was just mad. And I wasn't necessarily even in love with that song, but even like I would even catch myself like singing along to it as well. So just for the pure impacts that it had within rap, I just thought, yeah, that was dope. And around it, I think after that, I feel like everyone started really talking about BMF and kind of getting glued up on their story as well. And then I think as a result of that song, there was a little bit of issue between him and Jeezy. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what kicked off.
Yeah, this song's really like...
That's what kicked off.
Caused something, innit? So that's on there as well. I've got, number 3, I've got Meek's Dreams and Nightmares intro.
Is that a single? Are we just talking about songs?
That was a single.
That wasn't a single?
From the album.
Was it a single?
Probably had a video for it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
that
was just a monster track. It was just... I think it's probably top 5 intros of all time. Yeah, it was just dope, man. It was just a dope track. I don't even know what to say, but it was just a dope track. I've got Watch the Throne Otis. That was, I loved that. Big up Otis Redding too, man. That was amazing, man. Him like just Jay and Kanye going back to back and just them man were just stunting, man. And even in the video, they were just having fun. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed that, man. And then I might, for number 5, probably Sicko Mode.
I've got that as well.
Yeah, that was a banger, man. And I think it's up there as one of the best singles that I heard this decade.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sounds good. The reason why I was shaking my head, this isn't going to go in. I just read a tweet that...
I was wondering why this guy shaking his head.
Someone tweeted, does Lupe Fiasco have a better discography than Eminem? Someone here tweeted, yes, he does, and this isn't that hard. M has made trash music longer than he's made good music.
That's my bar, and I know you tweeted that.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's my favorite. You know why? That's my favorite bar to say to Eminem fans. He's been whacker. He's been whacking. Anyway, all right. So, just reading it off quickly. I've got an All Right by Kendrick Lamar. I feel like that might be my favorite song of the decade, to be honest with you. Personally, just because I feel like Peter's right. There was a moment in time when that song came out, and obviously it was a lot going on back then as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Trayvon Martin died round about then, but I might be wrong. But I remember someone died around about then as well.
It might have been like Mike Brown.
It might have been Mike Brown. It was someone. It was Sandra Black. Someone. Anyway, it was a moment in time back then as well. So I've got that there. This single is one that I fuck with, and I think lyrically it was amazing. And that's Sojourner, Rhapsody, and Cole. That was one of my favorite singles this year. I just feel like that shit was special. Cole got bodied.
You've been said that.
Yeah, Cole got bodied. Rhapsody fucking went crazy on Sojourner. And that's a single I loved. I've also got Astroworld. I'm sick of my sorry, I'm bugging. Like you lot. 4th, and the reason I'm going to go for this is this was a moment when this song dropped. But it might not be in this decade. So I might be bugging. Well, Stay Scheming this decade?
Yeah.
I've got Stay Scheming 4th. Because I still remember when Drake done that verse, and obviously Common Cold Feelings. I tried to respond. Do you remember? Drake done that verse, and it was, that hit my soul, fam.
Well, I mean, Drake responded to Common.
No, but it hurt me, fam. Fam, I said we're at the finish line. This guy said we finished the race. We can't wait to run into you. Catch up. This guy's been rapping for 20 years longer than you. How rude are you? You waffle-coloured mofo, fam.
I mean, they both are.
Nah, bruv. But anyway, yeah, Stay Scheming for me was, bruv, he bodied that verse, man. And then fifth, yeah, this gonna know Peter, but it's one of my favourite songs, and I remember this. And I'm Chief Keef, I don't like. That's one of my favourite singles this decade.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same kind of
That
thing.
was the same kind of thing like Hot Nigga.
Yeah.
Like when Chief Keef, I Don't Like came out, it was a rap, bruv.
We're not going to do this, man.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I know.
I'm saying personally, I still listen to I Don't Like till this day. I listen to the Kanye West version, but I still listen to I Don't Like till this day. Like,
It's still a thing.
What'd you say?
It's still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing. I would have said Lord knows if Rick Ross had the whole song as well. Just want to point it out there.
Kind of like an honourable mention.
Yeah, bruv. Unfortunately, Drake had 2 verses.
Cool.
Lord knows was fucking amazing.
All right, well, let's take it to the table, guys. So, obviously, we've all got Sicko Mode in
Sicko Mode's there.
our list. So we'll just pop that there.
Yeah.
It's very much open for interpretation.
I feel like
now.
Stay Scheming has to be there. I feel like Stay Scheming was a big moment. Like, fuck. Because I remember this was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was on a Rich Forever mixtape. Pretty sure it was.
I think it might have been.
And that song blew to the point. You don't really make music. Like, they made a whole music video, like a big music video for that song. Like, that's what? People still say you weren't shooting in the gym.
True.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just my backing for Stay Scheming anyway.
I feel you.
Kendrick all right.
Kendrick Alright's there flawless, yeah.
That'll be in there.
So that's 2.
That's 2.
Are we putting Stay Scheming there?
Not yet.
I'm not sure about that.
I put Hot Nigga in there. Just for...
I'll put Hot Nigga in there.
Just for the song being enjoyable. It was a big moment as well, especially after given what happened to Bobby Shmurda afterwards. It just means a lot more. And again, like I said, like it's still a meme. It's still something that we vibe to. It's still something that we remember fully. Like, where were you when you listened to this
true.
and stuff?
He dressed
still
it
trying to
up.
find the hat.
I think it caught new life when Young M.A took the whole track as well.
That too.
She took his blueprint. You know how Prison Break, when he took the blueprint and he tattooed on it himself? That's what she done with Hot Nigga, fam.
Basically.
Oh, can I just say quickly, is it too late? I just want to replace Chief Keef's song with The Devil Is a Rick Ross. Continue.
Okay. So we got Hot Nigga, we got Alright, we got Sicko Mode.
Sicko Mode.
Okay.
4th?
I might say Rick Ross BMF. I thought that was a big one, man.
I'll put Rick Ross.
So basically, there's going to be a Rick Ross song.
I'll put Rick Ross Stay Scheming over that.
Ooh.
I probably would too.
I'll put Rick
You
Ross.
think Stay Scheming was bigger?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, people still call that bar.
BMF?
Yo, bro, people still call that bar to
I
this
think
day.
I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. That was massive, bro.
Yeah, but people still quote Stay Scheming to this day. Like, do you know what I'm saying? When you still quote a bar, like, if I play Stay Scheming for you right now, you're going to feel away.
It can go either way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'd probably say Stay Scheming.
If I play Stay Scheming now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different kind of vibe.
I didn't ever really love that song like that.
I fucked with that song. I went concert for
I
that.
just enjoyed Drake's verse.
I saw him in concert for that because of that mixtape. Like, that Rich Forever mixtape was, oof.
And the Richer Ever, the song, also amazing.
Triple Beam Dreams? Oh. Yo, shout out to Rick
We need
Ross.
a Rick Ross episode.
Yo,
man.
what I was going to say.
Oh,
Yo, we're going to
man.
dive into Rick Ross episode, bro.
Bro.
Because he knows how to make projects, boy. Besides
But the
Black
same
Bar.
way we did the Drake episode.
Besides-
Ross is amazing.
I mean, he
man.
missed on Black Bar Mitzvah. That was whack. But other than that, Black Bar Mitzvah was trash.
Yeah, Ross is amazing, man.
So we agree 4 Stay Scheming?
Is there not a Drake song in there at all?
Oh, shoot.
Because he ran the decade essentially. I mean, he could have his own top 5 for the decade.
He can have top 50, bruv. He's fake.
He could have the motto.
I mean, what was the biggest Drake song?
Selling wise or just big?
Just big.
Because
The motto.
the motto, Controller, One Dance, Pop
Hotline
That,
Bling.
Hotline Bling,
And we're not putting any of those in
Take
there.
Care
Start
of
from the
Rihanna.
bottom.
We got to put one of those in there.
We
man.
do. I think we probably should.
No, but we don't.
Hell yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
Starting from the bottom was mad.
Even in my feelings.
No, starting from my bottom was amazing. 0 to 100 catch up.
I wouldn't put it.
No, I'm just saying these are singles though. That like
Yeah, but that was
it's dumb.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll put starting from the bottom out of the whole list.
You reckon?
What is Drake's biggest or his
No,
best?
best. Oh, hell yeah, fucking right. I still play Hell Yeah, fucking right.
Start from the bottom. I'm cool with that. Because I think 2013 was when he became the king. And
from there was a rap.
I think it started from the bottom. Like, that was the major single from that album.
I'm good with that or Hell Yeah Fucking Right. Them two, even Pop, that was amazing to me. But
I say
Hotline Bling?
Nah, I'm not putting it for single. Nah. Just because it sold a lot. I'm not putting it there.
But I feel you.
I'm not putting just because
So a single where he's rapping.
Yeah. And that's
that's fair. Yeah.
Started from the bottom, he was rapping. Even though he never started from the bottom. Well, semantics.
True. All right, cool. So we'll put Start on the bottom now.
And then we got to pick one more.
No, wait, hold on. I'm not sure about that, man. Are you two voting for Start from the bottom?
Nah, give us
I'm
another one.
For Start for the bottom.
Give us another one.
Of what it meant for his career. I think it meant...
Do you want to come back to Drake? I think about another one in the meantime.
So what have we got so far?
We have...
All Right. Hot Nigga.
Sicko Mode.
And the two we're trying to think about now. I'm going to stay fighting for Stay Scheming.
You man don't want to vote Otis?
Oh yeah, Otis.
Is it by force Drake has to be in here?
No.
Then...
I think it's hard not to have him in there though, man.
But it's singles. Like if you have... It's quality over quantity. Just because you've had a lot
but it's
of
also
quantity.
impact, bro.
No, but it's quantity over quality.
Yeah, but it's also impact.
Otis's impact was retarded.
What, more than a Drake single?
After a while, your impact ain't the same.
What was Otis's impact? It was just a great song to me. I don't know if there was impact there.
I'm not putting Otis in there. I'm not in top 5. Not in top 5.
No, I'm saying...
Musically, it's better than...
I'm saying I would rather put Otis in there than Started from the bottom.
Why?
Because musically, I think it was a better single.
Yeah, it is. Okay. It's superior.
100%. But I think if you put in the totality...
And the back-to-back shit was... Stop it.
But I think
he's got 5 passports. He's never going to jail.
But I think totality-wise, you have to put Start from the bottom there. Because musically, it's a good song. Some might say a great song. And impact-wise...
I don't even know if that's Drake's best single.
It's not. But I think it might be one of his most important. So it depends on what we're grading it by. Are we grading it by the best or are we grading it by importance? Obviously, we're going to have to choose an amalgamation of both. And I think Start from the bottom is there. I think by the time you get to One Dance, by the time you get to the later singles, he's already Drake. In 2013, Drake was he was bubbling. Like he was on his way, but he gone fully clear. So I think it meant more for him.
No, I get what you mean.
But that's just me. If you man can think of another Drake song you might want in there and you outvote me, then come.
You've got my vote.
So one more.
Start from the bottom then. Okay, cool.
I'm going to die on the Stay Scheming ledge.
So you man aren't going to say a J Hus single? Ooh.
This guy, bro.
Mr. J Hus fans.
I mean, we could put Did You See in there.
What's the argument?
Could put Thiago Silva there.
The argument is it's one of the best songs by a UK artist, a UK rap artist, in a very long time, I think.
Do you think it had more impact here than Stay Scheming had
worldwide?
In America? Ooh,
in America?
Yeah. No, but we're talking about worldwide. Come on, man.
Though.
There's a difference to this.
Yeah, there's levels.
There's levels to this, bro.
Do you think Stay Scheming was more?
Bruv, Stay Scheming was ridiculous.
Stay Scheming,
bro, people still say you ain't shooting in the gym.
That's true.
I won't lie. I ain't heard no one say that since.
I see on Twitter, the regs.
Okay.
No, like say, so I saw it today because of the ant divorce. You know the ant, how ants, what's like, Deck and Ant, what's his name again?
Ant and Deck.
Ant and Deck, fam. The two little white boys that are short, fam, yeah? You know them two dickheads? His wife took 31 million. And I saw someone say, you a bitch, you ain't shooting him in the gym.
Well, he's an alcoholic though, so boy.
I mean, what did I call his name?
Ants. Ants does I'm Just Bait.
Yo, can I just say, I don't care about both.
I'm Just Bait.
Yo, I don't care about both of them, fam. Shout out to Declan Rice, fam.
So we got a fifth one that we have to wait.
It stays scheming.
I don't know if it stays scheming.
Give me another song.
I'm trying to think of one. Right. I mean, I've been said like, This Is America, Yonkers.
This Is America is not going ahead of Stay Scheming.
Black Skinhead.
Black Skinhead is not going ahead of Stay Scheming.
No way Black Skinhead is going in there.
All right, then.
I'm sorry. Impact, bars. Yo, Stay Scheming was a great song.
What about Future March Madness?
I'm not thinking about it.
Future Mask Off.
Ooh.
No, Stay Scheming.
Jumpman.
Sorry. Nah, Stay Scheming.
Mask Off, bro.
Stay Scheming.
Bad and Bougie?
I've got my mask on.
Versace? Bad and Bougie, Versace?
Stay Scheming. And I love these, man. I'm just talking about impact, everything alone. Bro.
You could argue that Future Mask Off was bigger.
Yo, French
was definitely bigger.
French Montana told me that his partner's looking at 30. That's a lot of years, bro.
Yeah, but Future told you Percocet, Molly Percocet.
I rest my case. One told me he's at a finish line.
Single-handedly, you could blame Future for the Molly epidemic.
I'm not doing that to him. That's unfair, bruv. Don't even do that, bruv.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, don't do that to him. Don't be unfair.
I'm just saying.
Yo, you sound a little bit like, what's that white man that took out everyone down?
I'm just saying, innit?
Yo, don't do that to him.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't.
Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him.
No, but what I'm trying to say...
How you blaming one man for
that? No.
Nah, you're actually...
What I'm trying to say is, though, because we've been in that era for a minute where, you know, the youngsters have been taking drugs, and I feel like that song kind of was a soundtrack for the time in hip-hop that we're in.
I'm going to do my Googles.
You could argue that.
I'm going to do my Googles, but I'm sure man were rapping about before that, about Percocet.
No, obviously I'm joking about him being responsible, but you could... There's an argument there for...
You think that's the change?
You
on
could
a mainstream
argue,
level,
man.
you could probably argue.
But people were rapping about Percocet before that, though.
Who?
I'm going to do my Googles.
For recreational use.
Okay, but Percocet's Percocet.
Yeah, but people might not necessarily be talking about popping Percocets for a party. You know what I'm saying? The shift.
I see what you're saying.
You man don't want to throw in any Migos singles.
I said Bad and Bougie, Versace.
Okay.
But
it's a no from me.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's a no for me too.
Probably not top 5. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Did Lil Wayne
I might say Future Mask Off.
Lil Wayne at all?
No.
Nah, Wayne's been...
Lil Wayne was Carter Free, man. After
He's been done for a while.
He was done since...
No disrespect.
I'm just thinking.
If it was 2008, we'll name 5, 6, 7.
French Montana had a few.
Yeah, pop that.
Yeah, not top 5.
No, not top 5.
Mask Off is...
We might have to... It might be Stay Scheming or Mask Off.
I'm going with Stay Scheming.
You're going for?
Mask Off.
Ah, shit. Damn. I see what you mean, and I see what you mean. I guess it just goes down to which one I enjoyed the most.
Put that to the side. When you've been out, and you've been out when both songs were out, which one was bigger?
You know what? That's not fair because
Stay Scheming's not a club song.
When Stay Scheming came out, yeah.
Stay Scheming's not a club song like that though, bro.
Bro,
it was.
Still gets played.
But I wasn't necessarily in those spaces as much.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Fast forward a couple years later, Mask Off is everywhere.
You're out
I'm
more.
in those spaces a lot more, so I hear it more. You know what I mean?
Right, cool.
Come on, fam.
So I personally have to...
You've got your ear. You've both got your ears to the streets way more than I do. So for both of you, what was the bigger song? What had the bigger reaction whenever you...
Maybe because it's the people I was around. But to people I was around was Stay Scheming.
You know what? I might have to vote for Stay Scheming. Because now I'm remembering when I was at uni.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was a lot.
You can't tell me every other... You can't tell me...
hung around Negroes, though.
When did that drop? What year did that drop?
2012?
That was my last year too.
Come on, bro. You can't tell me every other house you went to, you didn't hear someone playing one of their verses.
And I've never shot in the gym. But I was saying that bar.
Bruv, what?
French with so much vim too. I said it like a minute.
Bruv, I had personal stuff going on.
And I even did the hand gesture.
Yeah, we all
You done a hand gesture?
I even did the hand gesture.
I'm telling you, fam.
You know when you're shooting invisible
You know what I was telling people? We can't wait to run into you. I didn't even have beef. I used to tell a random man, yo, I can't wait to run into you, little bitch.
You need to stop saying bitch.
Nah, like you got to understand. French Montana told me, my cousin look at 30. I said, 30? I said, Cinco? Nah, fam.
That had nothing to do.
Cinco's 5, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. In that case, then, I was going to say Mask Up before you said that, but I guess we're going to Stay Scheming.
I'm going to go with Stay Scheming.
All right,
cool. So, what we've decided as our top 5 singles of the decade. Did we have a ranking order?
Nah, just put any, man. Just put singles. Singles is singles, bro.
Fine. In that case, I'm just going to put Kendrick Lamar right up there as number 1. Number 2, this is in no particular order. Travis Scott, Sicko Mode. Number 3, Stay Scheming, Rick Ross, Drake, and French Montana. 4, started from the bottom by Drake. And 5,
Hot Nigga.
Hot Nigga by Bobby Schmurda.
I've got one more song, just quickly. No, Monster?
Nah.
Just put it. All right, cool. Just because I remember that verse was legendary, that's the only reason I thought.
Nah.
Like
Fair
that.
use.
Okay, Peter.
All
that
right.
verse was legendary, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that verse was definitely legendary, fam.
All right. So,
flow change was ridiculous.
Let us move on to the top 5 artists of the decade.
This is an easy one.
Men and women.
Combined?
If you want.
Yeah, let's combine that shit. And then
we'll
do one male, one female to run it. Yeah.
I've got what? No, I can't do.
Let's just do men and women.
One.
Just
one list. We can't split.
One list, and then you come up with one female artist of the year, and then one male artist of the year.
Of the decade.
Yeah, of the decade. Sorry, let's just be fair here. Let's have one for one and one for one.
Why? Let's not separate them.
All right, fair enough.
There's not even that many like female rappers out there. For this to be a conversation.
There are now, but through the decade.
Through the decade, there's only one person that win it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man.
like Drake.
Let's just do one list. I don't mind starting this one. I've got Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, and I don't have a fifth.
I love you, bro.
No, I've got a fifth.
Just
It's
say
Rock
fifth, bro.
Marciano.
Oh, gosh.
All right, cool. Peter, what's your 5?
I don't have a 5, so I'm just going to do it off the top. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole. I don't want to say Nicki Minaj, but
You have to.
I guess I have to. And 5, Pusha T.
All right.
Oh, I like that.
Pusha T.
My 5?
Yeah.
Same 4 as you lot. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Nicki, and 5th. Is that 2 people?
Who?
1 be Nipsey. Sorry.
Of the decade. Chill out, man.
Yeah, I'm bugging.
Chill out, bro. We did.
I'm bugging.
And I love
Aight,
Nick,
aight,
man.
cool,
But
cool,
come
cool.
on.
Why are you talking to him like you're
No,
disappointed
you're right.
dad,
No,
bro?
you're right. You know what? I legit fuck with Nipsey a lot. Anyway, I've got legit 2. 1, and I still got Rick Ross as one of my eyes of the decade. This guy drops a lot of good projects.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's Rick Ross. Rick Ross is 5th for me.
Damn.
Rick Ross is 5th for me.
And Meek. Meek gets an honourable mention as
Meek
well.
gets an honourable mention.
We're not doing honorable mentions.
Then
Sorry.
that's my top 5. Rick Ross rounds out my top 5 artists of the decade.
All right, cool. In that case, then, we just have to decide on
that
who
fifth.
the 5th one is.
Yeah.
So we got Kendrick, we got Drake, we got Cole,
Nicki.
and who's the 5th?
For me, it's Rick Ross.
You said Rock Marciano.
Yeah, but I'm going to
Yeah,
park
keep that.
Keep that.
Yeah, but no,
No disrespect
hold on.
to Rock
Okay,
Marciano,
all right,
but
cool.
keep that.
Thanks for saying
All
that.
right, cool.
I appreciate the no disrespect.
All right, cool.
No disrespect, but keep
Shout out
that.
to Rock Marciano. Oh, do you know what that is?
Relax.
You know the eyes. You know the eyes. You know when Jazzy Jeff gets kicked out of the house.
Yo,
We're going to fight?
yeah.
Yo, shout out to Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, man.
fam.
No disrespect to Rock Marciano, but
Nah, shout out to Rocky.
keep that arm's length.
Shout out to Rocky Balboa, fam.
Yo, relax.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Man said, rude.
Did Rock
I don't
Marciano
like
name
Mohammed,
himself after a white boxer?
I don't like this guy, man. I
Yo,
can't
shout-
lie.
What does the Marciano stand for anyway?
He
It's a boxer,
himself,
innit?
He named himself after the white Italian boxer.
Yeah, Rocky. Shout out to Rocky Balboa.
I mean, his
fam.
real name's Rakim. So, Rock.
He's a Muslim.
No.
All right, cool. Shout out to the Italian stallion.
So we are deciding between Pusha T and Rick Ross, essentially.
I'm going to throw Meek in there as well.
From Meek in there?
Yeah, man.
Not top 5 for me.
Why not?
Because I feel like Rick Ross did more.
Meek's been important this decade, man, for authentic street rap. He had the thing with Drake that was big.
He lost
Yeah, but
badly.
yeah, but still,
That's a negative.
he was a participant.
That's a negative.
No,
No, you actually shouldn't have brought that up.
He was in attendance.
The reason why I say that is because nobody else really had a beef with Drake like that.
But you lost badly.
Before
No,
Pusha.
the L he took was horrendous.
Everyone was
Horrific.
sneak dissing.
Graphic.
It was bad.
It was. I don't know if you guys play more combat.
So what, doesn't he get,
But you know when
like-
you get banged and you get banged hurt, they do an X-ray. Of
So
when
what?
your
He gets
spine
no
goes
credit
clap.
for being a
Bro,
participant.
A participant.
What, does he get an
What?
attendance award?
You know, no, he got
You want to give him an
battered, bro.
attendance award?
Bruv,
You know what?
Drake
You know
was
what?
a big deal.
You know
man.
what Liverpool do to people at home?
Yeah.
That's what happened to Meek.
No, I remember that video of him coming out of his house and then him slipping over the snow.
That's what happened, bro. Like, nah, you should have.
That's
Yo,
Meek
I'm
Mill.
sorry, it's Rick
That's
Ross.
Meek Mill in the 2010s.
I'm sorry, it's
You
Rick
got
Ross.
Ross
Meek took
there.
an L, bro. And Meek's my guy. Bro,
Bro, I'm not arguing against him taking the L.
you know what it is for Drake to have his own.
No, I feel you, but
He's had a good decade though.
I did.
He's
I
definitely had a
agree,
good decade,
but I feel like
think
Rick Ross has been more.
music-wise,
Rick
Rick
Ross
Ross,
has-
has been consistent. He's just from Teflon Don to now. I think he's done more
His
for
projects
hip-hop
have been dope
music.
as well, bro. And he just dropped Port
And
Miami
maybe the
too,
culture.
bro.
Like Meek gave us the beef with Drake. He gave us a nice little bit.
Just
of
to give you-
culture, but generally, I feel like Ross's impact is stronger.
Just to give you an idea of what he's
Not to say
done
I'm
this
putting him in
year,
the top 5. But
he's given us, to me, the best album he's ever done in Teflon Don. God Forgives I Don't,
we
Mastermind,
don't need to do this.
Hood Billionaire,
Yeah,
Black
don't do
Market, Rather Than Me, and Port Miami too. It's Rick Ross, bro.
I guess it's Rick Ross.
It's Rick Ross, bro.
No, Pusha. I'll argue Pusha because, I mean, even if he wasn't as active in the first half of the 2010s as he was the second half, in the second half of the 2010s, he showed that not only is he one of the best MCs in the game, he demolished one of our, the person who's probably going to be number 1 or 2 on our list of the best artists of the decade, as well as giving us a consistent body of work. So, I probably...
Let's
I
not
put
say
him there.
demolished because
He demolished him.
park blackface to the side. It wasn't a demolition.
You can't park it.
He
though.
beat Drake.
I mean, you can't
You
demolish
can't.
Drake.
No, but
He
no,
beat
you
Drake.
can't park it. Including Blackface, he got demolished.
Yeah, but we were judging based on the bars, though.
Now I'm saying, if I pull something out your bag,
Yes.
I can't take that away. Like, you can't be like,
Yeah, but Yemi said demolish, though.
Yeah,
and
but-
Yemi, when you say
I
demolish,
was being facetious, but
I think he got them, including blackface. I think he was a battering. And you have to include blackface in the beef. Do you see what I'm saying? It was part of it. My guy, you wore blackface. Black excellence, blackface.
hey, I see what you did there. Listen to episode 22.
all right, no, I'm voting for Ross.
I'm going for Ross. Everything you just said, Ross has done.
Ross
Besides the
gave
beef.
me way more enjoyable stuff than
And he gave me Teflon Don in the last decade.
Decided them.
Ross?
Yeah,
So
Ross.
it's going to be Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, and Rick Ross.
Yeah, man.
Nice and easy.
Solid list, though.
Solid list. Each of which impacted the game in all their different ways. So shout out to all of them, even Nicki.
Nah,
So,
that hurts you.
I just don't like it.
Now, who's number one?
So, number one,
Yeah.
I'd say Kendrick. But that's just me.
Hold on. Let's rewind. Just before we wrap up Artists of the Decade, we're going to completely ignore Future
Yes.
Yes.
and the Migos.
Yes.
Yes.
Bro,
Top five.
they're very influential as far as what's happening now.
Of course. But top five.
Bro, we need... It's a decade as well, though.
Yeah. Them man have been doing bits this whole decade, whether I
have.
like it or not.
They have.
Future... Migos.
No, they definitely have.
And I don't like any of their
Migos
music.
back like 2014 and onwards,
Versace
2015 and
was like
onwards.
2013. So from 2013 on. But even before that, they were doing
I
a
feel
lot
you, I
of stuff.
feel
They were
you,
doing the YRN
Nah, I feel you.
mixtape series, Versace, Culture 1, Culture 2.
I feel
All
you.
of them splintering off to do their
yeah.
solo albums, doing the joint albums with Travis and
I get what you mean.
21 and
You know?
Metro Boomin.
I get what you
They've
mean,
given
but
us a lot.
that's the problem with top fives. It's just five. You're always going to leave people out.
Alright.
And unfortunately, these are the casualties. Do you get what I'm saying?
They might be 6 and 7.
I mean, they're not.
Okay.
I think Migos.
They'd have to be.
They have to be in the top 10 at least.
Definitely. Migos might be 7th.
Future might be 6th. He
Jada
gave us a
Swift,
lot as well, man.
Jada Swift might be 8.
Dirty Sprite 2, Future, Hendrix, What a Time to Be Alive,
Your
The
Future's
Wizard.
putting work, bruv.
He's given us a lot.
Like
man.
1,000 dirty sprites.
A few. Yeah, honourable mention to them, since we're doing honourable
Of
mentions.
course. Sorry, guys. Let's...
And honourable mention to Pusha T as well.
Honorable mention to Jay Electronica, so he gave me 3 singles.
That's definitely getting edited.
No, it's not. That was a good joke, man.
Did you see that Jake Electronica Twitter page?
Aye, bruv, that had me stitches,
That was
bruv.
funny,
Because
bro.
these guys legit tweet like the way he speaks, bruv.
Bro, that is... You see, did you pre the Exhibit C flow as well?
What you say?
Or call me Jay Alert. And yeah,
JLX something.
Yeah, quite a few.
Ah, man, it was funny. Hilarious. But anyway, let us now move on to the final topic that we got for the decade. And that is the top 5 moments of the decade. Now, obviously, there have been a lot of moments in hip-hop, for good ones and bad ones. So, yeah. Who wants to go first?
I've got 2.
You got 2.
What's your
I've only
bro?
got 2. Good Fridays. That's probably my favourite moment of the decade, man. I just can't remember being that excited for music in hip-hop before, man. And yeah, that was a massive moment. Yeah, that's all I got.
Second moment.
This wasn't really much of a. No, you know what? I'm gonna stick by it. Black Thought's Hot 97 freestyle was a moment just because I don't think people knew how good he was. He's my favorite rapper ever, so I knew, but the reaction that came as a result of that, it was nice to see. It was just nice to see all the attention that he got and all the respect, even more respects that he started getting as well. So I think that was a massive moment, man. And I feel like after that, people really started trying to go Hot 97 and bar their life away. So yeah, I thought that was, those 2 were really cool moments for me this decade. I can't really remember much more, to be fair.
That's fair enough. I'll go next. I've got number 1. Obviously, we got to talk about Kendrick's Control verse. That, I mean, for obvious reasons, that shook up the scene in every way, shape, and form. You know, it actually got guys to start rapping again. Just for the simple fact of the people that he mentioned, the people that responded, the fact that certain people who were mentioned are still feeling salty to this day. And yeah, man, it was definitely a moment. Even if JLX's verse was better,
Which it was.
Kendrick's verse was the most impactful. And, you know, he obviously didn't go at people's necks, but he let people know that you are my peers, I'm trying to be better than all of you. And that set a standard for competition that we don't really see in rap much anymore. So that was very much a moment in time where the real spirit of hip-hop came back to the fore. So there's that. Birdman on the Breakfast Club. Come on, man. Come on. Not much else you need to say about that. Yeah, man, not much else you need to say about that. He was there for all of 1 minute and 36 seconds before he stepped out. So that was dope. I've got the resurgence of grime.
Oh,
That's Not Me. German Whip. Skepta's Konnichiwa album winning the Mercury Prize. Grime being an accessible route for a generation of artists again after people thought it was dead. I think a lot needs to be said for the people who, while grime was quote unquote dead, were still making grime music, like JME, Newham Generals, P Money, all them man there, and the people who kind of went off to flap their wings doing poppy stuff, kind of came back and made it a thing that was popular, a thing that you couldn't miss again. And I still think that grime is the heartbeat of UK music culture right now. I think grime is still the foundation through which Afro swing, Afro beats, UK rap, and all that now are built on. So definitely got to shout out grime for that. And Pusha versus Drake. That's pretty much me.
I agree with that though.
What you got, Mo?
I'd push it versus Drake. I had Ray J and Fabulous's beef.
It was like this decade.
Yeah, that was in 2010. When Ray J said he's going to send his booty goons.
I don't actually know what happened. What was the...
They were at Diddy's party and then... Sorry, no. They were at Diddy's... Citing Diddy and then Ray J was playing the piano.
No, it was Mayweather.
And then Thing was playing the piano, Ray J. And then Fabulous sent out a tweet. And then they saw each other. And then in the quote Ray J, he sucked that nigga. According to Ray J.
And then including the Breakfast Club rant as well.
What do you mean?
Ray J.
Yeah, that's what he said. He sucked that nigga.
Yeah.
And he said his booty goons. I just want to put in emphasis. Booty goons.
Booty goons.
Yeah. To fuck that nigga in the ass.
Yo.
Quote unquote.
Yo. That's very fruity.
That's what he said.
Very, very.
And they said, whoa, we're live. And he said, I don't give a fuck. So anyway, I had Ray J and Things beef.
Yeah, Ray J is a bit mad.
I had Drake losing horrifically to Pusha T.
Wait, Peter, what's worse? Me saying he got demolished or him saying he got beat horrifically?
Demolished.
Thank you very much.
As you are.
I had that one. That's about it, really. Those are the two main ones I had. And there was a lot of, like the two moments in time I also had was the Chief Keef moment in time and also you hit the nail on the head with Bobby Shmurda. I feel like,
just as far as the single.
Yeah, man. I feel like Chief Keef's single, if I'm not mistaken, was the first real single that I saw blow Twitter up, if you get what I mean. From a new artist. That's the first time I really saw Twitter go, rah, like, and then it got viral on the mad thing, and then, well, according to Pete, it never went viral, but it went viral. So those are kind of the moments in time I've got.
Yeah, if I'm going to think of others, obviously, Funk Flex and the This Is Hove debacle.
The text message, the fake one.
Message, that was funny.
Hot 97 versus Breakfast Club was very funny for a while. That was hilarious.
When was Kanye versus 50?
That was 07.
Okay.
That was 07.
Breakfast Club versus Hot 97 was good for a while.
Kanye West was just a moment in and of himself throughout the decade.
Throughout the decade.
So we probably could include him too.
Wait, I got a Kanye West moment. Sway interview.
Oh, of course. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Yeah. You ain't got the answer,
Yeah,
Sway.
that's definitely what. You ain't got... This guy, a crackhead, fam. What else?
I'm surprised you weren't going to mention your boy 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine was a moment.
That was a small moment in a decade.
That's why they mentioned it. Sorry, sir.
I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying.
I mean, it was a moment, though.
No, facts. It definitely was.
Yeah. We need
Nicki and Cardi fighting. That was a moment.
Yeah. Cardi was a moment just in general.
Cardi was a moment, and she's still a moment in a sense.
I think Bold That Yellow was
definitely a moment.
That was like the first single that went number one without a feature from a female rapper, innit? From like since Lauryn Hill or something like that.
For 20 years.
Lauryn Hill becoming late. No, that's always happening.
Yeah, that's always been happening.
That's always
been
late.
for.
Rock, never mind.
She can be late to her own funeral.
Can't see what you done there, fam. UK music as a whole. I know you said grime, but we've really gone up another level. Like, this is the first time I've been saying it for years. But when we was growing up, I don't think we could ever comfortably say we're making better music than America. As the way we can say it now. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a moment, bro. Like, growing up, we can never say, yo, they can't really see us. Because whether we like it or not, they could. But it's the first time I could comfortably say, these men ain't talking to us when it comes to music from the UK. I'm sorry. And I've got another moment in time when Rhymes Like Dimes podcast started, fam.
Hey.
That was a moment in time, fam. No one's talking. I'm sorry, fam. That was a moment in time. I'm talking my own shit. I'm patting myself in the back.
Hey.
You feel me though?
I feel you.
Who's dissecting shit like us? Who could talk an hour, 20 minutes just on Drake and break him down? And it was a freestyle. But we don't talk about that, do we, guys?
Because we
don't because we don't like blowing our own bubble. Fam. We don't like talking our shit. When we freestyled the whole episode, was it obvious? No.
Talk your shit.
No, do you get what I'm saying though? Was it obvious that we freestyled the whole episode? It was not. People told me, right, how long were you not writing them opinions down for? How long did you have them questions in the tuck? We didn't.
Did people actually ask you that?
Yeah. No, one person asked me like, yo, how long was you not planning to do a Drake episode for? Like, it was, you lot went in. It's like, we didn't. I was like, we didn't. And then they were like, and then the person was like, really? I said, I don't like talking. I don't like talking.
I don't really talk too much.
No, I don't really talk too much.
P-Money.Rotten, that was a moment as well.
I don't remember that moment.
P-Money vs.
I don't even remember that moment. Yo, that moment passed me. That moment passed me.
Straight past me too.
For Twitter. It was for Twitter.
Oh, bruv. In that case, yeah, Chipmunk winning every single war he was in.
Chip versus everybody.
Yo, Chip beat... Do you know what it is to be undefeated? You got to respect that. Chip beat everybody that was in... Chip at one point was gratataring people, fam.
No, he definitely came to play.
Yeah, man. So salute to Chip, man.
Right. So what are the moments that we're deciding?
Let's just put Breakfast Club as a whole. Breakfast Club got like 5, so you can't really just put them in it. Do you get what I mean?
You want to put the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, they've got too many to name.
No, I'm not putting the Breakfast
Club. No, the reason why I say you said Birdman, I said Ray J. Put a Fredo interview in there.
No, we can put
the who in there?
The Fredo interview in there.
Nah, I'm not putting.
We can put we can't put the Breakfast Club in.
What about Joe by the Migos? Was that a moment?
Oh, that was definitely a moment.
Of the decade though?
I'm just throwing opinions. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
I think we definitely put the Control verse in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna agree on the resurgence of grime.
Yep.
Good Fridays. You think that was a moment?
I don't think it was a
decade.
I'm not sure it was a decade.
I don't think it was a decade.
Because I'm thinking, it depends on what you mean by a moment, but obviously that was a moment. I'm thinking more so the controversial moments.
Okay.
Than anything else. But obviously Grimes Resurgent isn't a controversial.
You got to put Drake Pusha there.
You got to have balance in there.
Got to put Drake Pusha there.
Drake Pusha in there is definitely
You got to put Drake Pusha there.
I think Drake and Pusha is definitely in there. Kendrick Controverse, Grimes Resurgence, Pusha v Drake.
What about the mayonnaise beef?
What mayonnaise beef?
Eminem and Macklemore.
So
that's a great one, bro. Come on, you have to.
Eminem and Macklemore.
No, not Macklemore. What was the other white boy he
MGK.
faced? MGK. They all look alike to me.
That wasn't a moment of the day.
I know. I'm trolling, guys. I'm trolling. It was a ha moment, guys.
I'd put Birdman Breakfast Club in there.
I think Breakfast Club have one at least there.
Yeah, I think they got one in there too.
They got one there minimum. Bare minimum, they got one there.
It just depends on which one you want. I think Birdman was more because I think that's their.
I think I saw that everywhere.
Yeah, and that's their most watched.
That's their most watched video.
That's the most, and then I think the 6ix9ine interview was like a close second.
6ix9ine is a moment, by the way. Like whether you were like on it, 6ix9ine was definitely a moment in time.
Yeah, facts.
And then 5th,
we just need one more.
Rhymes Like Dimes.
I'm biased. Rhymes Like Dimes in there.
I'm biased. I'm throwing us in there.
We can't put
ourselves in there.
Alright, cool. Sorry, guys. I wanted to pat ourselves on the back.
Nah, I feel you. We could just say UK music.
Yeah, man. UK music.
But isn't that already in there with the grime resurgence?
I suppose, but
it's two different answers.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I suppose the overall resurgence, because the grime resurgence allowed for everything else. So we'll just say grime's resurgence.
No, I've got one. Actually, no, I don't. I was going to return of female lyricism, but I could only think of Rhapsody.
I mean, it depends on what you mean by lyrical, because Meg's lyrical.
Is she?
Megs ain't lyrical.
Is she?
Meg is lyrical.
Lyrical.
Megs ain't lyrical.
Meg is lyrical.
I've got one.
Megs is hot.
No, I've got one, but I'm going to just... This is me being a fan.
Hot as in like...
she's not lyrical, miracle.
When I say hot, I mean as far as just her type of rapping.
Yeah, and I don't mean...
It's popular. It's not...
I would have called it
yeah,
lyrical.
but when you compare it to her counterparts...
It's more lyrical.
She can rap better than a lot of them.
I've got one though,
Does she rap better than Tierra Whack?
No. But I'm talking about more in the mainstream sphere.
Tierra Whack's mainstream?
Yeah, but Meg is way more mainstream. I'm talking about like more of the sexy, seductive rappers, like all the Dolls, Sweetie, them ones. Tierra Whack is still weirdo shit.
Fine.
So
I like Tierra Whack.
No, Tierra Whack's dope.
Yeah, so don't point at me and say weirdo shit.
Yeah, but compared to Meg, who does all sex.
Can I got one, and this is. I personally feel like this decade was the return of battle rap.
Battle rap.
Yeah. Because it did die down for
I
a
agree
bit.
with you.
Yeah, I think this
100%.
was the... Bruv, like, a lot of... It was definitely the year return of battle rap.
After the Smack DVD.
Yeah,
shows,
bruv, it went down for a bit. And then this year... Bro, battle rap now become pay-per-views. Battle rap don't drop on YouTube anymore. That's how big it's gone. I remember when... This isn't even battle. I remember Surf versus Conceited happened in November. That battle dropped Christmas Day 2014. And I remember that. I remember Surf battled Hitman Holler. The battle dropped
Wasn't
a month
that
later.
Summer Madness too?
No, that was a one-off.
You sure?
Yeah, that wasn't on the Summer Madness.
Oh shit, no, it wasn't. Sorry,
No,
I'm thinking of
You're thinking about Hitman
Shine.
Hollow.
I'm thinking of Shine.
Yeah,
and Surf.
and Hitman Hollow Surf was I think that was a norm actually, norm 7. But my point is, this decade was the return. Bruv, Charlie Clips, Lux, not Lux, Surf, Hitman, Hollow. Like a lot of these man bodied this year. So I feel like there was a movie of battle rap. Shotty Horror. I have to throw one UK man in there. I think he's whack anyway. Yeah, I feel like that would be my fifth. I generally feel like battle rap was a moment in time this decade, man.
I agree. I hear what you're saying.
I feel like that you have to put that there,
with you
bro.
in putting that forward.
Just because, bro, how big it's become. There's apps. It's pay. You can't even. You generally have to pay to watch battle rap now. You can't get it for free. That's how big it is.
I just feel like there probably were more impactful moments than battle rap.
Because it's still a niche.
Yeah.
Well, we need a fifth, guys.
I will go with battle rap just because I'm a fan of it. And how often do we talk about it?
Yes, because we're fans.
Well, we can only talk from a rap fan's perspective.
No, battle rap though. You and I specifically.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm leaning towards Joe Budden and Migos.
What about podcasting? I feel like it definitely became a thing.
That's just life.
That
was just life though.
Nah, bro, because music podcasts weren't always a thing.
But podcast just became a thing.
I feel like the Joe Budden podcast kind of kicks the door down for a lot of music podcasts to follow.
But also like Everyday Struggle.
That was all after Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, of course. But what came after it? But Everyday Struggle was very impactful when he was on it. So
is Everyday Struggle a moment? Because that was good.
Maybe. But it was on for a year, I guess. But I put podcasting in the same boat as battle rap, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to go for Joe Budden Migos. Because at least Joe Budden's in there somehow.
I'll go for battle rap, so it's up to you which one you pick.
I'm going to go for battle rap. Even though Joe Budden Migos is probably a bigger moment.
Yeah. But salute to them, man, though, because the way they got up in sync was amazing.
I just don't feel like that. I don't feel like the Joe Budden Migos was... It was controversial, but it weren't... I don't think people really cared like that.
And I'm talking about the after effect as well.
But I don't even think people really care about battle rap as much as that either, to be fair. So
I don't know. I think it's still niche. Actually, no, it's not. That shit went viral like a motherfucker. What am I saying?
I thought you were talking about battle rap. Battle rap is still niche.
No, I was going to say, that moment went ridiculously big.
But I suppose it's controversial in this 21st century of people always trying to capture those controversial moments and it becoming a meme.
Yeah, because...
So in that respect,
there's bare moments.
So what's on the list so far?
Kendrick's Controverse, Grimes Resurgence, Drake versus Pusha, Zobayan Breakfast Club.
I remember Charlamagne getting punched in the head was a moment. That is bare moments.
That was the decade before, though.
Was that? Nah, that was this decade, bro.
Was it?
Yeah, that was definitely this, because I remember like that was 2011. That was after, everything happened after Ray J. Whatever Breakfast Club you remember happened after Ray J.
Fair dues.
Don't ask me why I know that. But
I think Good Fridays, man.
Yeah, no.
That was a moment, man.
No.
That was
I'll go with the Sway moment before I go with Good Fridays.
How?
Sway moment.
All right, let's go with Sway.
I'm going to go with Sway.
You ain't going to answer this. No, let's go with Sway. Let's go with Sway.
We'll go for Sway.
Let's go with Sway.
I'm going to go for Sway.
I'm going to go with Sway. So you've been swayed away. Hey. I'm here all day, guys.
So yeah.
LMAO.
Are you cool with that, Pete?
No.
Well, I mean...
Well, you ain't got a choice.
Unless you can come up with an alternative.
You ain't gonna ask.
For real. You actually don't as well. What's mad as well.
Oh, that was bad.
Yo, Mo's on one today.
No, I'm good with that. That's cool.
I'm all right today, fam.
Cool. So, what we've decided is the definitive moments of the decade. Kendrick's Controverse. Pusha T versus Drake. Birdman and the Breakfast Club. Kanye West and Sway. The Resurgence of Grime. And that's it. So... It's been a fun episode, guys.
One last question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What did you man learn about hip hop and rap in this last decade? If anything,
the South got something to say.
Big up Andre Free.
I think that's a legit answer.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, that's literally what I learned this decade. The South got something to say.
South London or
The South, America.
Oh. South London too.
That's Tottenham. Yeah, that's literally my answer. The South. And whoever don't get that quote, Google Andre 3000, man.
I learned that
That's my bit.
I learned that the UK can stand on its own 2 feet as a respected, varied, all-encompassing location for music.
Okay, well, I learned that black people are awesome.
You learned that about hip hop.
Yeah.
Pete, God bless you, by the way. I don't know if I say
Don't
it
look at me
enough.
like that, bro.
I'm just saying.
Don't look at me like that, please.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
beg
come
you,
on,
fam.
man.
I
Seductive
beg you,
eyes
fam.
and that. Like,
Don't
look
look at me like
Don't
that,
look at me
bro.
like that.
Come on, man. You a black man with a beard, fam, who's growing out your hair, fam.
Picky head, innit?
I'm saying, fam.
Nah, seriously though, like I just feel as though obviously hip hop is predominantly black and grime is predominantly black, and I feel like those two genres of music are just extremely impactful, man, as far as what happens in other genres of music and even just what happens in society. That's why I said I feel like I learned that even more, so that we're awesome.
Facts. And obviously for us as 27 to 29-year-old men, we have grown up and really started to deep the genre. Like we've deeped what goes into the music, what goes into the lyrics, what goes into topics and stuff. We've gained a better understanding of the music and the culture in general. So, as much as hip hop has grown, we've grown with it, and we're able to appreciate a lot more than we might have 10 years ago as well. So, so big up us and big up hip hop. So, yeah.
Wow, we did it.
We did it,
It
man.
was tough, man.
Honestly, we did it, man.
Look,
we did it.
you're not gonna, if you don't agree with us, it's not gonna happen. Like it's not a perfect list. Like people are gonna have their own opinions, but that's just what we thought. And
But if you rate Eminem, keep your opinions to yourself.
And if you don't agree, man, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Instagram,
do.
and let us know what you think.
Anyway, we did it, guys.
we did
Wrapped up the
And
decade.
Yeah, like Peter said, like let us know on all the socials what you thought. We're at Rhymes Dimes Pod on all the socials. So yeah, hit us up and let us know how wrong we are and why that is. We'll definitely be looking forward to, we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing you in the comments. And until then, we're going to bid you adieu. So if guys, you ain't got anything else to say,
It's been a good decade, man.
it was a great decade.
It's been a great, like, when we look back at it, the artists we've named, the albums we've missed, I don't think we can complain, bro.
Yeah, man, the people we discovered, the people that we discarded.
I'm not looking for, I don't think this decade's going to be as good. But we've got to wait and see.
Who's to say?
Skinny from the 9. You see what I done there?
No.
Cool.
I know who the artist is, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said it's going to be whack. Like, who's to say it? I said the whack artist.
I feel you.
Big up Van Hunt.
Any reason why?
No, big up Van Hunt.
Are we just bigging people up?
Big up Van Hunt.
Yeah, from now on,
Yeah.
that's gonna be my thing.
What?
I'm just gonna salute a lot of my favorite soul artists.
Richard-
Just
be
one
very
more
happy
person.
you did that.
One more person. Just give us one more person.
What, right now?
Yeah.
Curtis Mayfield. Big up.
Say it too. Cool.
I mean, I can add some context if you
Big
do
up
that.
Tame Impala.
No. Actually, add some context.
Okay, I'll add some context.
Yeah.
Well,
If-
currently I'm diving into a lot
You might not want to end
of
this. Yeah.
black rockers, black artists that do soul music, funk music, and rock, guitar-driven music. So right now I'm digging into Van Hunt's catalogue and Curtis Mayfield. So big up those two gentlemen.
Big up those two.
Lenny
man.
Kravitz a shout.
I haven't got into his catalogue just yet.
Big up to them, man.
But big up Lenny Kravitz.
Big up all them guys and big up all the hip hoppers out there as well. And on that note, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, can I just say one thing I learned this decade? We need to treasure our black queens.
You're right.
I see. I feel like there's been a lot of colorism this decade. That's why.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yes, I feel like we need to treasure our black queens. I'm not even just saying it for this banner, honestly. I feel like there's been a lot of color. Maybe it's Twitter. I feel like there's been a lot of colorism this decade.
Yeah, maybe stay off Twitter.
Yeah, bruv. So we need to salute our black queens when we've got them.
And on top of that, let's just spread more love.
No, I don't care about that bit. I'm just saluting who.
Can we end this podcast,
I want to
guys?
salute. No, you're not editing this. I want to salute who I want to
can we
salute.
end this?
If I want to salute black queens,
No,
that's what
I'm
we're
not.
aiming at.
I'm not taking
No,
away
no,
from
no,
saluting
no,
the black
no,
queens.
no,
Of course not. I'm just saying, let's just be nicer people.
Take your own advice, Peter.
I'm nicer than you.
Dude, I saw your WhatsApp message earlier.
Oh. We're going to talk about that post-pod. So yeah, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming. All the latest topics and all that good stuff next episode. But until then,
Salute.
take care Stay black if you're black. Stay white if you're white. And stay in the middle if you're in the middle. And we out. Peace.
Hey, yo.